again. Alright, ready, Jay?
Alright, what am I watching?
Click on stream.
Are only for people who need them. Because when they say that, what they mean is wheelchair users are for people who are paralyzed. But not everyone who is a wheelchair user, who uses a wheelchair, who needs a wheelchair, is paralyzed. Because if you're gonna do away with wheelchairs for anyone,
I swear to God, if this AI puts H in my name one more time, I'm gonna lose my mind.
for like a couple seconds, I think we should do away with strollers.
My
Because
spelling in
toddlers
Nicole
can
does not
stand.
include a
They
fucking
can walk- They
H!
can walk pretty far, actually.
Hold
Sometimes
on,
I just
go
read
back
it as
30
Nicole.
seconds.
They can get around fine. You know why we use strollers? These are only for people. I hate when people say that wheelchairs are only for people who need them. Because when they say that, what they mean is wheelchair users are for people who are paralyzed. But not everyone who is a wheelchair user, who uses a wheelchair, who needs a wheelchair, is paralyzed. Because if you're gonna do away with wheelchairs for anyone who has the physical ability to stand for like a couple seconds, I think we should do away with strollers. Because toddlers can stand, they can walk pretty far actually. If you hold their hand, they can get around fine. You know why we use strollers? Because we do need them.
Just lose weight, girl. Like, just do that. Like, in the time.
Now, do I agree with what Blair says after this? No. Because there are people that have, like, thyroid conditions to where they can't lose weight. I've seen it. But that chick's argument, I legit have the question, were you this stupid when you fell out of the sky as a fucking meteoroid into a pile of acid?
The meteor.
Were you that meteor? Were you that naturally just that fucking stupid?
Yeah, that
I
doesn't
just
make
said,
sense.
that's
Like,
mean. And then she points out I'm still laughing. And then I go, yeah, I know I'm going to hell. I'm going lower than that submarine did.
this doesn't make sense to me. Like, if you're going to
Hey, I don't know how you've gotten your poop strewn across this room, but Jesus.
Like,
that
my friend Shiny, she has MS. At some point when her medicine stops working, she's gonna need a wheelchair. Not because she's paralyzed, but because her legs are gonna start giving out on her. I have my mom. She's working on getting a wheelchair because she cannot walk that far. It's not just about being paralyzed, but if you actually have, you know, something wrong with you and you're not just using it like a stupid homeless person that we see out here all the fucking time, using a wheelchair to just haul their shit around. Fine. But to do away with strollers, because toddlers, yes, they can walk far, but their little legs get fucking tired, and then you either end up putting them in the stroller, making it a million times easier on yourself, or you do the stupid thing that I've also done in the past, where you end up carrying them for 4+ hours. And then you're tired and cranky, on top of the toddler being tired and cranky. Fucking stupid bitch! I want to hit you.
yeah, I don't agree with the argument that we should, you know, there are people who legit need wheelchairs that don't necessarily need it right away. My grandmother had post-polio syndrome, and she needed a wheelchair 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, like, I've never once needed a weird wheelchair or weird
A
chair.
rare chair. A
Or
rare chair.
wild chair, or whatever the fuck I'm trying to say. Anyway, it's weird. It's weird. It's very weird.
Why does it bother me so much that this AI keeps misspelling my name?
I don't know. But like,
It bugs me. I don't know why. Because there's not an H in my name. Otherwise it sounds like Nicole, not Nicole.
Why'd you call yourself that?
it could be a silent. That's what she wants to change her name to. It could be a silent H, so don't worry about it. But my theory for this person, why they're saying what they're saying, they had a Karen come up
Chug, chug,
and give them
chug,
shit.
chug, chug.
And so they're taking it out. Because they can't make sense of their own stupidity.
I don't know. That's just weird to me.
Now do you see why I wanted your camera on, so you could see the stupid with me? And I could see your face.
Yeah.
But I like to go by Nicole sometimes because that was my almost name. Eventually, come September, as a birthday gift to myself, I'm legally changing my name to Sierra Nicole Simmons. Finally getting rid of my first name, Catherine. Which, again, anyone calls me that, I will not talk to you for probably a while. I hate that name. It is a trigger.
Even though I've inadvertently
I wanna
told
get rid
her
of
that,
mine.
she would still talk to me for something. I don't know.
Yes, but you weren't fully aware of that.
I mean, my middle name's triggering for me only because people pronounce it wrong.
What, Moran?
Or moron.
I used to call... Okay, so I had a bully back in elementary school named Matthew Moran. So I'd call him Matthew the Moron.
See,
In my defense, he was a bully.
see,
a bully.
that shit right there. Fucking that shit. What's up, Matthew the Moron? Hey, Jason Moron Jones. I don't think you understand. I made sure when I walked the stage at Bryan High and when I walked the stage at Lamar, I made sure they got my middle name correct.
I didn't do it, like... I only ever did it when he was picking on me.
Just imagine
Otherwise, I would always call him Matthew Moran, not Moron. Because Moran, it's easy to say. It's very clearly Moran, not Moron.
Yeah, it's
The only
weird.
other reason I called him the Moron was because he was a bully. And always picked on me.
Call me moron. Fucking.
I didn't call you a moron.
You didn't.
Imagine people sitting there at Rita Rita and they just looking, you're hearing all these names come, and you just hear Jason, moron, Jones. And a crowd of like 13,000 people just going.
Oh my god. The face and the laugh are killing me.
Fucking killing me, man. Fuck.
It's okay, I've been wanting to change mine from Amanda to Mandy. But Cleo
Why?
wants you to keep it. I hate it.
You hate Amanda?
Mhm.
It's a normal name.
Her mom's a cunt.
Your point?
I don't answer to it.
Because her mom's a cunt.
Hi!
Just like my
Wait.
grandma's a cunt and I hate my name because of it.
Yeah, but your name is after her name.
Yes, but even if it wasn't, if my grandmother helped pick out my name, I'd still want to change it.
Okay, fair. I guess I don't really see these things. I have to remember that I see more black and white than most people see gray. So
Don't get me wrong. I think Amanda is like a really pretty name, just like I think Rune's actual name
You can
is also
say
pretty.
it.
I don't want to. Nope.
Thank you.
her
think
CATHRINE.
that. I think it's a really pretty name on other people.
Did you steal your mom's chicken?
Yes. Do I see that actually fitting her, knowing her personality? No.
Mhm.
Do I see Sierra actually fitting that? No. Pain in the ass, more like. But that's just because we have that bond.
I have never once felt like I was a Catherine.
No.
I don't feel like it fits me in any way, shape, or form.
God, what a Catherine.
Are you gonna eat the chicken?
No.
Eat the chicken. Dork.
Now she's playing seafood with me.
Mm-mm. Absolutely not.
Oh, put that back in your mouth! You fucking weird ass toddler!
Eat.
I love that people are only seeing my countdown and they're hearing this entire thing and probably wondering what I'm seeing.
Chaos. That is what he's seeing right now.
Chaos.
I kind of like it though. It's like a little talking preview before
Hi!
I go on the air and actually, well, I'm already on the air before I, you know,
Show your face.
load the game and everything like that.
If you look closely, you'll see her blowing raspberries back at me.
Speaking of, I need to turn off my camera on Discord. I would keep it on and just show the Discord, but certain people don't like to be on camera.
Hey, you don't want kids on your cam? Or on your stream? My cam is on.
True.
There are kids.
That is, you know what? Fair statement.
I prefer to call your kids feral gremlins.
Yeah, they might as well be.
It's more accurate. Jesus Christ, guy.
Did you not have enough dinner?
Such a goober.
And you want down? Are you satisfied now? You stole some of my chicken.
Good Saturday evening to you. It is. And it begins. It is Saturday, June 24, 2023. We're officially halfway
What?
through the year.
Oh, right, we need to feed Garm, huh?
We are live around the world on multiple websites, and my camera
It
is
took you to
frozen.
record this 2-minute TikTok? You could have done like 100 push-ups.
Wow.
Wild. Wild. And people sometimes get on me because it's like, why are you being so...
Did you stop because I was listening to it? Where did you go?
No, I forgot I was sharing it when I got up. And then I heard you go, wow. I was like, oh shit, that's right. I can turn it back on.
Like, I almost want to... Like, I kind of
Here,
almost
I'll
want to commentate on how she talks, because I've never actually myself heard of her.
Do you want me to start the video over from the beginning?
What do y'all think? Should I do commentary on this Blair White person?
I'll just have my mic muted because I mean I've heard almost 46 minutes of it. It's an hour.
Okay. Just note I may have to say pause a few times.
Okay.
I will say I will give her credit. Y'all can't see this, but I do like the neon behind her. If I could have some neon like that behind me, it'd be cool. Let's have the Studio 6x2 and a
Oh,
black
hi.
logo back there.
Welcome back to the Blair White Project.
I've got
Another
a bad.
episode is upon us. She has risen,
Yes.
and we're back to talk some. I can't swear within the first minute.
It's cute. Like, look
We
at
have a lot of
that.
things to talk about. A lot of people to drag.
adorable.
Unfortunately,
It is adorable.
because you guys know how much I hate,
I want to get. I have
Dragging
my eyes on a
people.
green one.
especially
Want to do like
YouTubers.
watermelon bat.
I actually don't like talking about YouTubers a lot, but there are some accusations against Miss Colleen Ballinger, also known as
That's a guy!
Sings.
Hi,
Caught
girlie.
my
What are you
attention.
doing?
I've been kind of
Oh, where'd you
watching
go?
these like predator groomer accusations from the
Ah,
sidelines
geez, what are you
and
up
sort
to,
of
child?
like catching wind of it, you know, out of my peripheral type crap. And for a while I was like, is this serious? Is this something, you know, mainstream YouTube loves to cancel their YouTubers for like almost nothing. So half the time when I hear about someone in hot water from like mainstream YouTube, I'm like, is it even like for
There's
real? It's not.
mainstream YouTube?
It seems like it's for real, and we have to drag her because what a
I
freak.
guess I could see that.
You're going to hell, Colleen Ballinger. Like, you're just going to hell. We have Elon Musk declaring cis and cisgender to be slurs on Twitter that are
Which is
punishable with
stupid.
suspension. Some further context on that and some people to drag within that story, which we will get to. We have an Elliot Page story, very cringe Elliot Page story. And we have a ton of woke TikToks
Please
to react
stop
to,
using
so
the word cringe.
let's get into it. We're going to start off with Elon Musk declares cis and cisgender to be considered slurs. Now,
That's very cisgender
first
of
things
her.
first. Elon Musk, you took a vow to make Twitter a free speech platform. I
That
don't
is
like
true.
the idea of a word getting someone banned. So there's that aspect of it, you know, if we're going to
She says that
free
she
speech,
doesn't
it's like
cuss in the
stand on
first
it,
minute of her,
stand
or her
within
clip.
it, stand around it, do your big one with free speech. So that's one thing. But another thing you have to note here is that the hypocrisy of the wokies is just you have to talk about it because
Wokies.
my tweet sums it up. Here's what I tweeted in response to the cis stuff. Because first of all, you know, whenever anything trans happens on Twitter or with Elon Musk, my entire mentions are, what are you going to say, Blair? What's your statement? Blair? What's your statement? Here's my statement. I said, uh-oh, the people who have an infinite list of words you can and cannot use for them are mad at women who don't want to be called cis. Because the free speech stuff aside, the irony is not lost on me. In fact, it's quite visible. It's an eyesore that, you know, misgendering, mislabeling, calling someone something they don't identify with is these days viewed as this morally reprehensible, like the ultimate transgression of a person's personhood, girl, of, you know, just, it's considered the worst thing you can do. It's the number one sin in that religion because baby girl, she's a religion at this point. She's the cult at this point. She's giving Westboro Baptist, but half the population. And you know, and even in some places it's illegal,
hell?
right? You can get fined, you can get fired, you can, you know, in Canada, girl, that's kind of like saying the N-word, misgendering someone. I mean, wow.
No, it is not.
So they have all these things you can't kind of call them, but God forbid the other 99% of the population says, you know what, I don't like the word cis and I would rather you not call me it. Now suddenly it's an issue. No, okay, so I get it. We have to call you guys what you want at all times. And you also have to get to call other people what you want at all times. So you're just the ultimate arbiter of truth and what can be said and what can't be said and who goes where and who goes what. No. That's demented. And just like calling Ballinger, you're going to hell for that. No, the thing about the word cis is I I don't think it's a slur, right? Like I'm not putting
yeah, no,
the
it's
word
not.
cis
Not.
in the same category as the anti-gay F word, the N word, like, any slur for women, whatever. I don't think it's the same. However, that's not to
No.
say that 99% of the time when you see it being used, it's an angry, upset troglodyte using it, right? It's going to be someone,
Troglodyte?
like, maybe people wouldn't
troglodyte.
perceive it to be a slur, and this is just my tip to all the trans activists out there. Maybe people wouldn't be picking up that this is a slur or perceiving it as a slur if you didn't mostly use it when you were angry and when you were attacking someone and when you were trying to make some like stupid political point about us versus them. Like, I could totally see how a woman would think like, yeah, that's like rude. You know what I mean? It's 'cause like women are just women. It's trans women that require the prefix because it's trans women that are different. It's trans women that are outside of that category of women. I personally believe, can we just be real? The thing I want to know is like, can I just be real? Or do I have to censor myself even with my audience? Of course not. Okay. So
I don't know why
I
you would.
consider trans women to be a category of men, not a category of women.
Pause.
That is my opinion as a
okay,
trans
there we
woman
go.
myself. So don't you dare tell me I can't have my opinion.
So, I don't... Oh, and I just flipped back over. I see a tattoo of Die Cis Scum. Like, there's gonna be extremes to any one argument that you see. Honestly, there are. There's gonna be an argument about, is, first of all, cisgender is not, it's not a slur. It's a scientific term. Secondly, if someone says, "Oh, are you a cisgender man?" Yes, I am. You're correct. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm not. I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh my God, how dare you liberal!" I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to sit there and tell you, "No, don't call me that. How dare you, you sick freak, calling me cis." Ugh. That's what I am. That is a clarification of what I am. So, yeah. And I'm sure trans women and trans men, trans folks don't mind being called a trans man or trans woman. I think, however, if they want to be seen as women, they are transitioning to the opposite gender or no gender at all, then so be it. You want me to call you a woman? You're a woman. You want me to call you a man? You're a man. That's great. I don't care. It's not hard. It's not a thing that I need to worry about, honestly. So I don't like this idea that Elon's like, "Oh, we need to ban cisgender." No, you don't. You fucking don't. Fuck that. Anyway, please continue. Also, I need to fix my...
Lord knows if I sat up here talking about I'm a demi girl that is poly and I also identify as a bookcase, everyone will be saying, "Oh my God, that's valid." But God forbid I say, you know what, I'm not really the same thing as a woman. And it's like, you can't say that. Okay, so I can call myself any of the infinite list of made up identities that y'all come up with that make no sense. But if I just acknowledge that I'm a whole man, it's like an issue.
It's not made up.
Doesn't make sense to me.
It's not made up.
I do consider trans women to be more of a category of men than women. That doesn't mean that a trans woman is not its own category. It doesn't mean, like, obviously there is a huge difference between the role I play in my life and all the men in my life. That's a given. However, there's a reason why the word trans is required before trans woman, because it's a different thing. And the crazy part is people will try to gaslight me and be like,
she's not at a computer.
You're so self-hating for
she's
thinking
running.
that, you know.
I can see her in the mirror.
So, sorry, I didn't mean to, like, interrupt you there, but, like...
No, it's good. I just swallowed an air bubble. It hurt.
I didn't mean to make... What's her name? Wow, sorry.
Lucy?
Lucy, sorry.
Damn. Well, at least you didn't call her by another woman's name.
It wasn't mean to be mean.
I know. I'm just fucking Jay.
I fucked
It's not
up.
that deep. Jay. It's not that deep. I'm fucking with you. Oh, hey, can you send me those resources for the Iowa autism thing? I can't find them.
Oh, okay. I thought
Thank
I sent
you.
it to him and...
You did, I just can't find them for some reason.
Also, what did I do?
Oh, he didn't want to interrupt you. Or me to interrupt you.
I accidentally forgot your name for a second.
Not you.
Oh, you're fine. Like I said, I had my headset on, but I was looking for the kids. I guess they went over to a neighbor's house. We gave them the okay to go.
I don't have a target.
And they didn't clean up their plates, so they in a little bit of trouble. Or they didn't clean up the table.
They gonna get their ass beat.
Yeah, I'm not going over there.
I know.
If I could think they could go, like, fine. Flu needs to deal with it.
So, here's the thing. I don't think it's required that you have to say trans man or trans woman or whatever. You transition from one gender to the other. That's all you need to know.
Well, you know why she's saying what part of the reason why she's saying what she's saying, right? Because, and I've heard it from Clue, and I've heard it from other people who follow politics, and, you know, blah, 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 blah. They're trying to make kids feel bad for not being trans or, you know, whatever. And they're trying to start that as young as kindergarten. And she actually goes in to explain later on in the video about a detransitioner who started at 15 transitioning from a female to a male, and then regretted starting the transition but still lived as a guy for another year after living as a guy for 2 years. So they went on and did it for another year before, like, oh fuck, yeah, no, I don't want to do this anymore. And they came out to their parents like, yeah, you guys were right.
But I mean, was this person, like, forced into detransitioning, or was it like...
No, they did it on their own.
Okay. Because there are some people that, yes, you know, you take these hormones, you do all this type of stuff, and, like, you know, and that's where I'm just like, look, for anyone saying that these people who transition, they go under the knife or whatever, number one, that's a lie. Number two, yes, there are different medications and things that allow you to slowly transition without surgery, because you can't get that until you're 18. But they're also reversible. So no, I definitely don't want anyone to physically transition until they're 18. Period. You can have the
Right.
hormone blockers. You can have the non-invasive stuff. That's fine. I don't care, but don't fully transition until you're 18. Until you are
Garden,
sure.
get down.
Until until you are for sure ready for that, and it's not gonna.
Right.
Transitioning is not easy. Realizing that you're not straight is not easy. Like, none of it is easy.
Right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and resume this and go back on mute.
Okay.
No, you're not a biological woman, whatever. I would consider myself so much more self-hating if I had to sit here every day and like fucking rock myself to sleep. I'm a woman, 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 please, I'm a woman. That's self-hatred. That's you trying to convince yourself you are something you are not, baby girl, baby boy, baby they. I know full well what I am. So I'm getting a little bit on a tangent here, but the point is, cis, although I don't think it's a slur and I don't think you should be banned for it, I totally understand why women get annoyed by that, because like, if I was just a regular woman, I'd be like, why the hell do I have to have a different word for what I am all of a sudden when I've just been a woman my whole life? And these trans people, it's like, they're the ones that are different, and different is okay. In fact, in my world, in Blair's self-hating world, where Blair just hates that she's trans, I actually think being trans is like beautiful and different and cool and unique and sets me apart from like other people in my life and has afforded me actually a lot of really cool opportunities, and I'm not ashamed of it in the slightest. In fact, I think that it is part of what paints the picture of Blair as a whole person, a whole individual, and the fact that that is seen as somehow self-hating. Meanwhile, can we judge who's happier, me or the people with the trans flags in their bio who are talking about trans women or women? And also, I'm on all these different SSRI prescriptions. I'm miserable. I'm homeless. I have a GoFundMe because I can't pay for anything. Y'all are the one trying to fit yourself into a box you don't fit in. I know what box I fit in, baby. I fit in the trans woman box. Not the same thing as woman. I have a wiener. That makes me different.
Didn't need to know that, but sure.
And even if I got a neo vagina, it would still be pretty different than Susan next door, right? Like, I would still be different than Susan next door, who was born a woman, even if I had a neo vagina. I find beauty in difference. Clearly, y'all find shame in difference. The fact that y'all have to sit here and really fix your mouth to lie to the world and yourselves talking about trans women or women. I understand that on a functional, like, utilitarian level, than in my real life as I walk through the world, it makes a whole lot more sense to allow people to refer to me as a woman, treat me as a woman, call myself a woman when it, when it counts and when it matters in my real life, because that's the role that I'm playing. But if we're sitting here having like a technical discussion about who's what and what's what, which is what y'all are doing, can we just be real? Like, ever? Or no? Guess we can't. But I will. And I'll continue taking heat for it. It's really crazy how I'm seeing like people start to come around. And I'm seeing like trans women influencers say things that I've been saying for the past 7 years all of a sudden. Like, I'm gonna put this clip in. There's a clip that my old friend Ethan the Doll is getting some backlash right now because or actually not a lot of backlash. People are agreeing with her. She did an interview where she said that, men shouldn't be in the bathroom with, trans women and how it's different, and you can't have a beard and expect to go in a women's bathroom. I'll put the clip in.
I don't want a full-grown 40-year-old man with a beard that has never seen a hormone in their life that may consider themselves a trans woman. I don't want you in the girls' restroom, no. Absolutely not.
What?
You need to earn your spot there. Even I didn't walk into a girls' restroom on day one of my transition. That's just not... And I didn't expect people to call me a woman or she. Day one into it, no. You have to, work your ass off to get to that point. You can't expect people to call you by the pronoun that you want to be called if you don't look the way that you're supposed to. And that's just me being being honest, you know, like we want to live in a delusion where like we want everyone to, what's your pronoun? Like, no, that's never gonna happen, and we have to be realistic. And I feel like that's where we're losing with the whole TikTok and the new movement. We're losing realism. How are you gonna go to Starbucks and get mad at the person working and start recording them because they didn't call you a they them, when you literally look like a lesbian with purple hair? You cannot expect to go to a woman's gym and change in front of women having your out.
And when
I'm
I saw
officially
that, and I've
dubbed
seen a lot of
Cookie
this, by the way. This
as
is just
Poop
one example.
Rocket.
I've seen a lot of trans women coming around and talking about this.
Because
Like,
his poop is strewn across the room, and he's only been out of the pen
He's
3
gonna call
times.
Blair White a Nazi for
So he's gotta
7
be
years,
shooting them out like damn bullets.
and then start saying the same stuff she's been saying
So
and just not
shit.
say sorry. Okay.
Because there's no
Listen,
logical
this is what I
fucking
wanted. I wanted
explanation as
trans
to
women
why
to
they're
come to
across the
reason and
entire
why
room.
Pause.
it's great, but
Yeah, I'm talking about you, you little shit.
You do realize I can't hear what Blair is saying when you're talking, right?
Whoops. My bad.
Oh, I'm hitting those. Okay. Alright, continue.
Did you want me to rewind it?
Pull back by about a minute.
Alright, I'm gonna maximize the screen so I can get what I'm gonna do.
I need to target something first.
trans women and women and how it's different and you can't have a beard and expect to go into one's bathroom. I'll put the clip in.
I don't want a full-grown 40-year-old man with a beard that has never seen a hormone in their life that may consider themselves a trans woman. I don't want you in the girls' restroom. No, absolutely not.
What?
You need to earn your spot there. Even I didn't walk into a girls' restroom on day one of my transition. That's just not. And I didn't expect people to call me a woman or she. Day two, like day one into it, no. You have to like work your ass off to get to that point. You can't expect people to call you by the pronoun that you want to be called if you don't look the way that you're supposed to. And that's just me being honest, you know, like we want to live in a delusion where like we want everyone to, what's your pronoun? Like, no, that's never gonna happen, and we have to be realistic. And I feel like that's where we're losing with the whole TikTok and the new movement. We're losing realism. How are you gonna go to Starbucks and get mad at the person working and start recording them because they didn't call you a they them, when you literally look like a lesbian with purple hair? You cannot expect to go to a woman's gym.
Okay, pause.
And
I'm
change
sorry.
in front of women having your out.
And when I
Okay, first of all, that doesn't make logical sense. Being a non-binary person, like that's not.
I don't have a target.
What do you want them to look like? Androgynous? Like that doesn't make any sense to me. Like I know some non-binary folks, but like there's no standard of what you're basically saying you need to look the part is basically what that's saying. Which why?
I think they're mostly talking about the ones that transition from male to female because in that particular category there's been a lot more predatory behavior and a lot more of the attacks and everything else that's happening. So that I'm guessing that's why she's saying what she's saying, because honestly, yeah, a man going into the women's gym, that can be really uncomfortable and can be really intimidating. That's why they gave women their own gym. Whether you're cis or not trans or whatever is besides the point. It's a women's gym. Like, it's the same thing as a women's bathroom. if my husband went into a woman's bathroom, guarantee you he was going to get some looks, and women would be telling him to get the fuck out.
That might just be because he looks like a.
I need to get closer.
Aside the point.
Guys, why you're not supposed to? Yeah, now like you are supposed.
But I don't think it was coming across, like, I don't think she meant it the way that it may have come across, but it's when you're first starting your transition. She even said, like, when you're day one of your transition, like, she even said, I did not go into the women's bathroom.
Okay, so I mean, how do you earn it? Like, riddle me this, Batman. How do you earn the right to go into a woman's bathroom if you're transitioning?
I think it takes time for you to go into the women's bathroom. I think whenever, like, granted, I will make this explicitly clear. I am not trans, nor do I understand the trans mind, but seeing and knowing a couple of trans people, I think it's different when you're starting to look the part versus where you're just starting your transition. Because when there's, like, our friend, we have a mutual friend who is trans, when she had her long hair, she looked female. You couldn't tell. I think at that point, that's when you can go into the bathroom. But if you're still rocking, like, your beard and you're still looking masculine, like insanely masculine, there's a problem. It's the same way whenever you're going from a female to a male. With female to male, you're on the testosterone. You're, starting to get the facial hair. You're physically starting to look different. Yeah, go to the men's bathroom. It's the same thing. It's where you can look at yourself in the mirror and say, okay, I think I look feminine enough to go ahead and try and go into the bathroom. Into a woman or a male's bathroom. Because that's what it is. It's when you look. That's literally what it is. It's when you look and you can pass it. As mean and as horrible as it sounds.
Yeah. I think it's a societal expectation. It's the word I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Which, yeah, yeah.
Like, I think the better way I could explain it, which honestly it's kind of coming from a kids show, it's how they do their schools on this particular kids show. Like, there is a preschool specifically for kids of monsters. Rune, I think you know what show I'm talking about, don't spoil it.
Huh?
Super Monsters on Netflix. You've never seen Super Monsters?
No.
Tell Sage to ask Sage about it. See if she knows it.
Probably does. She has kids.
Well, I'll ask her and have her explain it to you. Anyways, this little school or this preschool is teaching monster kids who during the day look human, but at night their monster selves come out. Like, they look like they're monsters. It kind of goes into that same category, but in a different perspective.
Yeah.
If you can look it, you can do it. I'm not on any smut! My god! You're not Ghostface! God, quit creeping around the corners! You're not
So for some context, because since she talked to Clue about the AIs, he keeps coming around and like peeking around the corner to catch her writing smut. And
He's waiting for me to get up so he can try and like see what I'm doing. You're on the counter? What the fuck?
Get down, you fucking weird ass troll! You're supposed to be under a bridge, not on a counter. Think you're a little confused there, buddy.
I can't. But like to what we were saying about the looking and passing, it literally is down to that society set standard, and it's stupid, but it's what's kept everything somewhat, and I say somewhat very loosely, on a sense of normalcy. And normalcy in air quotes, massively.
You use the term loosely.
Yeah. Extremely loosely.
Yeah. I don't want to be seen as that guy that's like mean or whatever, but I get it. I certainly don't think I want to see, like, I guess I'm like, if I see a woman walk into the men's room, usually it's because of a mistake, or they're just walking in there and they don't care. And I guess to me, I don't really care. But then, of course, you hear the flip side of that. Is that a man walks into the men's room, or a man walks into the women's room, then yeah, they're gonna be seen as like, whoa, what the fuck are you doing in here? Get out. But at the same time, we had all those laws about like, oh, the bathroom bills and whatnot. I'm like, how the fuck are you gonna enforce that? That's just jiggling the keys right there. Anyway, I'm sorry. Continue with Blair.
I saw that, and I've seen a lot of this, by the way. This is just one example. I've seen a lot of trans women coming around and talking about this, and I'm like, okay, so we just gonna call Blair White a Nazi for 7 years and then start saying the same stuff she's been saying and just not say sorry? Okay. Listen, this is what I wanted. I wanted trans women to come to reason, and the more I see it, that's great. But let's just say there's no 401k for what I do. So long story short, is cis a slur? No. Grow up if you think cis is a slur. If you're going to be offended by it. There's a lot of things to be offended by. Words are not one of them.
I can agree with that.
You are what you answer to. If you consider it a slur, you're answering to a slur. I don't consider any of the things people call me, I don't answer to it, so it's like, whatever. Do I think you should be banned for saying it? No. Do I think that the wokies are stupid as hell, as usual, per usual, Miss Girl, for letting their hypocrisy show by refusing to let cis people opt out of using the word cis, but like they have a long list of words you have to use for them, otherwise you're going to get fired from your job or you're going to get banned on the platform. See, that's the real issue here, is that they don't have all the power on Twitter anymore, and so now it's an issue. Get used to it.
Not like I had any power to begin with.
The cult that is y'all is on its way out. Trust me. Trust and believe. Here's a video of someone very upset about the cis thing, by the way, and then we're going to move on.
Why doesn't Musk just merge the Truth Social at this point? He's an idiot. Calling people cis, not slur. You're trying to say non-trans. Okay, fine. Cis people are non-trans. That just means that trans people are the norm and cis people are not. The guy is an idiot.
Yeah. Elon Musk, richest person on the planet, owns Twitter. He's the idiot, and you,
To be fair,
walking through the Ross parking
Elon
lot
is an idiot.
in your
But
finest
I can think of better
discount linens,
arguments as to why.
bitching on your Android about a word on his platform being banned. You're the genius here. We should have been listening to you. You're totally right. But one of the things that this person said really illuminates the point I'm trying to make, which is, no, trans is not normal. And that's more than okay. Why does something have to be considered normal to be... there are plenty of things that are not normal that are still acceptable, right? And it's like, the definition of normal does not... trans doesn't fit that. It's rare. It's clearly some sort of medical condition, but we want to get into that because the same way that you want to destigmatize trans by, refusing to, by calling it normal, is the same way you're trying to destigmatize mental illness by refusing to admit there's anything mentally ill about being trans. Again, I do believe. You're dumb. Moving on. All right, so let's switch gears a little bit because now it's a little bit more of a serious thing we have to talk about. Colleen Ballinger. Now, Colleen Ballinger has always been on a sort of side of YouTube that I have not related much to. I've always found her wholly unfunny, wholly annoying, obnoxious, and I've actually had the thought process of what kind of human being really watches her and A, laughs, and B, comes back for more. Like, I don't know. But there are plenty of things people find entertaining and or funny that I just don't get, and that's fine. The same way that a lot of people find me entertaining and funny, and some people don't, right? Obviously. But the point is, although you have really bad taste if you're like not fucking with me. So this article really goes into the grooming controversy. It says what happened to Miranda Sings, Colleen Ballinger grooming controversy explained. So the long and short of it here is that several of Colleen Ballinger's former fans have really come out against her and accused her of having groomed and taken advantage of them while they were minors. There's so much to unpack here. So accusations include mailing an underage fan underwear. Ew. Where do they do that at? Where do they do that at? Prison? Hosting group chats with underage fans where she asked them inappropriate questions such as when did they lose their virginity and what were their first periods like. Now, we're not even getting into like all the receipts at this point, and the screenshots are not even popping up yet, right? Right off the bat, why are you in group chats with kids? Granted, speaking as a YouTuber myself, I've been placed in many group chats with fans of mine, with all the little Blair White fan pages, and like, I love them wholeheartedly, but I am fully aware that most of them are children and there is just nothing to really talk about. What does an adult truly have to talk about with a child? And I'm being completely real. I can't even look a conversation with, at this point, I'm 29, about to be 30. I can't even hold, I can't see myself holding a meaningful conversation with like a 20-year-old, 21-year-old, 22-year-old. Like, I don't care if that makes me ageist, I'll wear it. Y'all put every other ist on me, every other ism on me. Add that to the list. Blair White's ableist, misogynist, homophobist, ageist. Sure, I'll take it, whatever. So that's one thing. Okay. So there's clips going around, like this one we're going to play, where she's spreading an underage fan's legs apart on stage. And I'm like, ew. So...
what the fuck?
The fan whose legs were being spread apart on stage was a child. And she's tweeting and saying, I'm so sick of being okay with calling out, but then stopping short when it comes to using certain language. It is okay to call her a groomer and a predator because that's what she is. This is the person on stage saying this. Normal people don't do what she does to children. The whole bit here was that I farted while in this position, which is A, really childish, and 2, effing embarrassing when you're already in a vulnerable position. I was only a teenager here, and you can see that I had to stop and cover myself up before I even stood up. Now, this girl also alleges that Colleen had encouraged her fans that went to these shows to wear revealing clothing so they could get called on stage.
Ooh.
And she claims she then exploited us and our bodies for her own gain. So yes, I'm okay with calling her a predator. Really bizarre to tell your underage fans to show up in revealing clothing. That's just bizarre, right? You're adding an incentive for them to show up scantily clad, and then you're letting them feel as though that gives them a better likelihood of ending up on stage with her, which is going to be the dream of every person showing because they come up and they love you. So right off the bat, yeah, you're taking advantage of children. And as the article states, it's like the child's like spandex was visible when she spread her legs, like super gross. We have to get back to these group chats she's in though, because this is the part that really was like, okay, we gotta do a little segment on Miss Unfunny. Miss never had a funny moment in her life, Colleen Ballinger. So there's a group chat called Colleen's Weenies, which, right off the bat,
Yuck.
we won't be too dramatic about the title, but like, okay. An underage fan named Adam puts in the chat, "My ass looks so good today, y'all." Right off the bat, if you are an adult in a group chat where a child is talking about how their ass looks good, I need you to hit that leave button. Right? I'm gonna need you to just hit the leave button. Does she do that? No. She actually responds and says, "Pics, Adam."
Yuck. Yuck. Yuck.
You just solicited pics of a minor's ass in a group chat called Weenies. Where do they do that at? Prison? They have iPhones in prison. Did y'all know that?
Mm-hmm.
In 2023, I have heard that like you go to prison and you straight up like have like a phone and you can like text. Is that not demented? Demented.
It's also
so maybe Colleen can
illegally
still
brought in.
post her content. There's more though. So in the Colleen's Weenies chat, she says, "Tell me all the thoughts you had when you first got your periods. Please and thank you."
Yuck.
Weird. Weirdo shit. The other thing is there's like a bunch of clips about her talking about periods. It's almost like she has a fixation with like menstruation, which I've always... Anyways. Another screenshot from the Weenies group chat.
Whoa, wait, whoa, hold on.
"Are you a virgin?"
Finish that sentence.
She asked.
You're not gonna sit there and just like not talk about that and just move on.
So you're asking children in the group chat
Wow.
if they're virgins. And you know, my line of thinking whenever it comes to like female diddlers is that the barometer I like to use is, would a man get away with this or not?
No.
A man wouldn't get away with even close to this. So
My
oftentimes
ass
I
would
think
be
we have a
in jail
tendency
in
to
2
overlook
seconds.
predatory, disgusting, like diddler ass behavior from women because for whatever reason
Diddler.
we don't perceive women to be a threat in that way. But here to tell
Diddler.
you, they definitely are. I mean, anyone can be capable of harming a child, and everyone has a sex drive. I mean,
Yeah, diddler.
at the very least, this is just weird and highly inappropriate.
No,
Even
I
if
know.
she's not getting sexual
Just say
satisfaction
pedophile.
out of asking these questions,
Diddler
we're
sounds-
asking your child fans if they're virgins, their feelings when they got their first
Diddler.
period, and you've solicited a
I like
pic
Diddler.
of a child's ass.
Hi, cookie boy.
But it gets worse. Hashtag it gets worse.
Not you, not you, little
Gets better
fucker.
campaign. I want
I
to
can
like
have
it
you
gets worse
chasing
in
the
my
cat and
bio.
trying to help him.
She says, "What's your fave position?"
Okay.
Hold on.
My rabbit's trying to diddle my cat. Sorry, I'm tired and a little hyper.
Shit, bro. Okay, please continue.
Where do they do that at? Prison? Disgusting. So again, I would never assume that a man could get away with this, so why would Colleen? Now, I'm going to say this as a YouTuber myself who has a very dedicated, like, one thing about my followers and like the longevity I've been able to have over the past 7 years is, am I one of these YouTubers with 20 million subscribers like Miranda sings? No. However, I have my cute little million, and I have a very dedicated, very engaged audience, and a lot of my fans are young. As opposed to other like right-wing commentators, a lot of my fans are young just because I'm a lot more fucking fun. I'm not boring. I'm not a Ben Shapiro girl. I'm appealing to all ages and all groups. So
holy irony.
The children come through. However, one thing that I have been aware of the entire time is a fan is not a friend. And I don't want any of the members of the Blair White Army to take that offensively, because you guys know I have a very, good rapport with my supporters. I have a good relationship with my fans to the extent that, I feel like I engage with you guys a lot. I interact with you guys a lot. However, aside from, even if Colleen is not like a groomer or a predator or whatever, even if you just want to say it's just weird behavior and you want to explain it away that she's too close with her fans, this is something you should know as a YouTuber of your size, and it's been a YouTuber for as long as you, that a fan is not a friend.
No.
And you should not be
at all.
engaging with fans on this personal of a level. In fact, the Blair White fan pages can attest to this.
Be right back. I need to put a jar outside.
I will respond to them if they're asking a question about my content or reposting something for them. But when they start
anyone questioning why I'm
asking
putting a jar
for,
outside,
advice
it's
or
Storm.
whatever, unfortunately, they gotta get
Anyone
ghosted
question that?
because I'm not
I'm a
not
witch.
trying to talk
I do
to
weird
you.
shit.
Child. I'm not trying to give someone advice that takes them the wrong way. I'm not trying to. I just don't need. I have my friends and then I have my fans, and they are separate, right? And if a fan can become a friend, I've had fans become friends, but they're grown and they're my age, you know what I mean? We have something in common. So the fact that she is making this critical error of treating fans like friends and is freely like saying stuff that is going to get screenshotted in group chats, it's like, are you stupid? Are you dumb? Are you going to jail? Possibly,
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's definitely
You can tweet from jail now, so you can continue your content. The point is, there's a line between fan and friend, and every YouTuber has to know that, because you get caught up in just situations you don't need to be caught up in. But I don't think that's even necessarily the whole story here. I think she really does have like the spirit of the diddler in her. I really do. I mean, even if you like, the thing is like, even if you are just someone who ends up becoming like friends with fans and it's like you're just doing too much with your fans or whatever, that has shit all to do with talking about, are you a virgin? That is like 101. You don't ask a child that. You better silently hope and pray they are a virgin in your own head, but you don't ask it. Like, what is that? Are you okay?
First of all, you don't ask it at all because it doesn't matter.
I just find it weird, and I've always found her weird. I mean, she's always been like you. Like I said, I've never understood it. So more and more fans are coming forward, and like, do I think that she's committed any sort of like crime? I don't know. Although,
yes,
is it legal to mail an underage fan underwear?
Yes.
It depends if it's used or not, right? Like, would that be like a contingency? Like, I don't know. Either way, you're clearly walking on some thin lines if Blair White can't figure out if what you did was legal or not. You're clearly walking a line here, Miss Colleen.
I can tell you it's illegal.
You really need to stop talking to your fans like they're your friends, and you really need to stop asking them sexual questions, because it's fucking bizarre. You're bizarre. You're weird. She definitely has like the James Charles effect in the sense of like, can someone remind me again why James Charles it has admitted to, and it's just come out that he has sexted underage boys, and everyone's like, he can still have his channel.
I don't have a target. I need to target
What?
something first.
Because again, unfortunately, what James Charles and Colleen Ballinger have in common is neither one of them fit the archetype that exists in people's mind of a diddler. When people think of a diddler, they think of a man, usually a straight
Say the word
man.
pedophile.
They think of like a creep.
not
They
hard.
think of like a 40-year-old man, not a 30-year-old woman or a young 20-something-year-old gay boy like James Charles. So that is the cover they've, been able to maintain, but I don't think that's right, because it's one thing you learn when you get older is anyone's capable of this horrific behavior. And Colleen, you should know better not to get this intimate with fans. Even if they were like adults in your group chat that were fans, why are you asking them if they're virgins or not? It's just weird. I don't understand it. Like, don't you have friends you can be texting? Don't you have group chats with like your friends? You gotta have like 13-year-old kids? Like, what are you doing? So we'll see what happens with her. We'll see if she goes to jail.
Which she needs to.
I'm sorry. It's just something funny about Colleen Ballinger being in jail. Like, I don't know. It's just like a funny sight. Like, would she wear the lipstick? I don't know. Yeah. All right. Elliot Page reveals chilling transphobic attack outside LA hotel. Quote, "I'm going to effing gay bash you, you F word." So it's very much giving Jussie Smollett realness, because Elliot Page, formerly known as Ellen Page, is claiming that this hate crime, which is it a hate crime just for someone to say something to you? Doesn't it have to be like physical? Does it really come to a hate crime for someone to say something to you? I don't know about all that. That to me is strange. But anyways, it says Elliot Page and Charity was verbally attacked and threatened by a crazed transphobic man who shouted that he was the reason he needs a gun in Los Angeles last year. Page, 36, was standing on a corner in West Hollywood on his way to the Pink Dot convenience store when the enraged and hateful stranger approached him, shouting obscenities, according to the Los Angeles Times. They said, "I'm going to effing gay bash you, you F word," forcing the actor to bolt toward the store in fear. So, a few things wrong with this story. It's giving Jussie Smollett, because coming from someone who lived in Hollywood for years, that ain't happening in WeHo, baby girl. I'm not calling Elliot baby girl. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm saying just baby girl, baby boy, baby they.
West Hollywood. And she goes on to explain.
Okay.
That's not like a WeHo occurrence. That's like a oops, I'm in Compton occurrence.
Damn.
And something tells me that the multimillionaire famous actor Elliot Page was on in Compton. So first of all, the likelihood of this happening, I mean, I really think that these like elitist, like famous libs, like these actors, like they really gotta stop writing their own stuff, because it's not believable. There's a reason you work with writers when you create your television shows, because they know what sounds good. You're trying to do it yourself here.
Actors, yes.
Baby,
care if
and
it's
not hitting. Ain't nobody said that in WeHo. Do I know that for a fact? Obviously not. But I'm just here to say it's highly unbelievable. It's about as believable as Jussie Smollett getting yoked up in Chicago at 4 a.m, talking about this is MAGA country. Because Chicago isn't MAGA country, and WeHo isn't straight country. WeHo is the gay part of town. Sorry I didn't provide that context for people who don't know. WeHo is the gayest part of Los Angeles. Every street in WeHo has a rainbow on it. You're simply not getting called that on the streets of WeHo. And if you were, someone definitely would have heard it. Someone would have came to your defense, just based on the fact that at every hour of every day in WeHo, it is crawling with other LGBT people. No one's getting away with saying that. And also, someone who's about to gay bash you is not going to say, "I'm about to gay bash you." They don't let you know they're going to do it. They just do it.
That's hard to believe.
How do I know that? Hi. I've had my ass beat behind the anti-gay F slur a lot. Not as an adult, because try it, baby girl, please. But as a kid, yeah, I grew up in that. That was my life. I've shed blood over that word. I've been jumped over that word. So I kind of know how it plays out. And spoiler alert, when that happened to me, it happened in a very anti-gay area, a very small town in the country, where people didn't understand why I looked the way I looked. So that's why it happened. No one's doing that to you in WeHo, Elliot. And the fact that you're putting it out during your book tour, your press release for your book, is a bit suspect for this to happen years ago and not now, right? And also,
I'm apparently not
if we're
allowed
just gonna
to
be real.
clean my cat's litter box. I got the grumpy look again. Stop laughing. You too, you dipshit. I don't like not being able to take care of my own animal.
I understand.
Cookie, let the cat
know
poop
you
a shit!
don't get fucking Pomeranian, but you need to wait till you get better.
Yeah, it's true.
If we're gonna be real,
Oh.
this is where everyone says Blair White's mean. But sometimes you just have to say what's the truth, regardless of what's mean. A homophobic man who's willing to accost you on the street verbally like that,
They're not gonna really.
in an area full of gay men, is not gonna direct that
Yeah.
at Elliot Page, who, I'm sorry, is like, how tall is Elliot Page? I'm not gonna sit here and play the is Elliot passable or not game, because y'all are just gonna try to act like I'm so evil for that. But sometimes it's on the table when you're talking about things like this, because if someone attacks you on the street, it's because of something with your appearance. So how tall is Elliot Page? Elliot is 5'1".
Wow.
I don't
Short.
think on a good day that when Elliot is walking in an area full of gay men, that Elliot is being perceived as a gay man rather than a small female human. That is my opinion. And an anti-gay man who's walking around picking like gay men to insult for being gay, there's a large pool in WeHo to pick from first, before the person who you'd have to look at twice to even figure out kind of what they are, if that's a gay man or not. That is my opinion. And I'm gonna stand on that, because if I don't stand on that, I'm just not being real. So I don't think it happened. Just being completely honest. I mean, WeHo is not the place for that to go down, and I'm sorry if you are willing to argue me on that. Like, and if you are, let me know if you've ever been to WeHo, because I know where the pink dot
No,
is.
but I've been to Austin.
Swimming with gay people, swimming with trans people.
I've been to downtown
believe
Bryan.
Don't believe it. No witnesses. You didn't record it. You said you
Yeah,
ran into a
it's hard
convenience
to
store. Get the
believe.
footage. Get the camera footage. These celebrities, they thrive and they survive and they make money off attention. Wouldn't you want that video?
I would.
I don't know. I just don't believe it. And something else to say about that. So next we have a very insane detransition story, which
Tony just came back in
it's
to
insane
talk
that
to me
these
about
people are treated the way
failed
they're treated. Let's see.
because he asked me if I want cantaloupe, cherries, grapes, or strawberries, and I'm like, cherries and cantaloupe, because I haven't had cantaloupe in forever, and I want to see if he likes cantaloupe cookie, which he likes anything that's edible, so I'm pretty sure it'll be safe. There's anything edible, and that is my cat. Edible foods and the cat, and sometimes me, but that's only because I feed him and refill his treat ball. Ain't that right, buddy? Yeah. You little asshole. I gotta get him hay as soon as I can. That's gonna be fun. So what part of the video are you guys on?
Wow, we've made
You're
it pretty
muted.
far.
Ding dong.
The detransition story.
Okay.
Also,
So right where I stopped listening.
Yeah.
Okay. Whenever you guys are finished with it, just let me know.
Mhm.
Jesus, Domino! Oh, god damn it, it's crackhead mode! Son of a bitch. There's catnip on the cat tree, and there's only really 2 modes when Domino gets catnip high. Sleepy as fuck. Crackhead. Apparently it's crackhead night tonight. Sorry, I'm done.
I was about to say, Rune, go back to your smut and Stardew.
I'm not reading smut or writing any. I'm watching YouTube and playing this shit. And talking to Law on the AI.
So you are writing smut.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
smut. I will even prove it, bitch.
I don't want to.
It's not smut. It's literally just me role playing as a pirate on his ship.
You sent me a
Yarr.
screenshot earlier.
Which one did I send you? Yeah, that was a different fucking character. That was Zoro, not fucking
Still
Law.
Still smut.
This one's not smut. It's on character AI, bitch. Shut the fuck up, Jay. Like you don't want to write smut with Diva, bitch.
Not after how you ruined my night.
Caterpillars. No, you don't. You guys, I'll leave you alone now to watch your video and rant and discuss and debate.
This is the caption for this is detransitioner describes how she was rapidly placed on hormones at the age of 15, even though she did not have a persistent record of dysphoria. She has detransitioned and isn't even a senior in high school. Imagine, like, before we even play this video, look at this baby, look at this child. This is a baby that has been medicalized and permanently physically altered before she's even a senior in high school. This is a baby.
I got on testosterone when I was 15 years old, and the thing that I think is absolutely wild is that I went to 1 appointment before I was given my prescription. 1. And you might be thinking, oh, well, they probably asked you a ton of questions. No, they barely asked me anything. I basically walked in there and was like, I'm trans, and they were like, okay. They didn't question me. They didn't sit down with...
Hi, Jake. We're watching the Blair White video.
Nice.
We're watching a detransitioner story.
Oh, fun.
Mm-hmm.
me and question
always
and talk,
fun,
like,
but at
is
the
this
same
really
time
what's right
very
for you? They were just like, okay, this is the next step in your transition. We'll give it to you. I was on testosterone for about 6 months,
By
and
interesting,
luckily it
it's
didn't affect
just
me
the
super
thought
bad. I could
process
still
of
talk in
realizing
a higher
what-
range and pass as female. Of course, there's a lot of changes that are permanent that I'm gonna have to live
Oh,
with
and
for the
then I
rest
get
of my
cleared
life.
card.
Jake, I don't want to be rude, but please mute. I don't want Jake getting mad.
What the fuck was that?
The kids.
After about 2 years of living as a male, I realized I was wrong. But I didn't come out about that right away. I stayed living as male for another year before I really finally decided that I needed to do this. And it was one of the most scary things that I ever did. I've faced so much backlash. I found it that people are so quick to accept trans people, but so quick to criticize detransitioners. Once I detransitioned, all my mental problems were gone. I'm happy. That was my issue. The fact that I'd convinced myself that I was a dude.
Okay, so there's a lot to unpack here. How many people have to come forward and say that they were placed on hormones or approved for surgery in one fell swoop, one appointment, before we stop the whole talking point of, there's a system in place and, doctors work together with parents in tandem with psychologists to make the right decision about the... No. That is not what's happening. I don't care if that's even what's on paper. That's not what's happening. I was an adult when I detransitioned, but same here, girl. I walked in and out about 20 minutes and got an estrogen prescription. And granted, I'm an adult, but this just goes to show you, it's not just adults that they're putting through the system very quickly. It's babies. It's children. It's young girls with their entire life ahead of them. And she still does have her entire life ahead of her. I'm not going to take that away from her. But she clearly has been like, the voice ain't going back. And it's not as bad as a lot of, detransitions I've seen. But there's clearly altering of her voice to have to deal with forever. And, she didn't really go into like the social, sort of stigma of detransitioning. But I can't imagine, convincing everyone around me in my life, like, this is who I am, this is the right move for me, I know what I'm doing, I know who I am, this is my truth, and then having them all doubt you, I'm sure, at first, because that's how it goes, and then be like, actually, you guys were all right. That's painful. I applaud her for having the wherewithal to do that. She realized the decision was wrong for her and not go further with it, because who knows what another year or two or whatever on hormones would have done to her. But look what they're doing to these children. Every day I'm told, like, Blair, when are you going to address the anti-trans legislation happening in all these states? And it's like always a ban on kids going on hormones. And I'm supposed to be like, oh my God, they're coming for trans people. No, y'all are coming for kids. And when they start really coming for trans people, y'all are going to want to blame people like me who are trying to speak out. But no, it's your fault. It's your fault. You are causing this. So my heart goes out to her, because she's absolutely right. People are so quick to support trans people, but then you detransition, and go figure, because it's a cult, they treat you exactly how a cult would. Ask anyone who's left the Westboro Baptist Church. Didn't we say earlier in this episode it's like some Westboro Baptist shit?
I need to get closer.
Go talk to anyone who's left any of these religions or any of these cults. It's always an issue. You're excommunicated, you are treated badly, you are love bombed when you come out as trans, and then you are shunned when you realize it was a mistake. And I was having this discussion earlier, the other night, off camera, how it really is insane how females are affected by the trans stuff so much more, in the sense of the things that they do to their bodies are so much more permanent. The hormones affect them in such a more drastic way. For example, estrogen did not change my voice. I know everyone's like, how'd you get your voice like that? First of all, I think my voice is kind of clocky, but I actually kind of like it. But I never trained my voice. This is just my voice, right? Estrogen doesn't change that for males. Testosterone wrecks your voice as a female. Males who are trans, this is the exception of bottom surgery, obviously, because bottom surgery for biological males is obviously very extreme, and so is bottom surgery for females. But the bottom surgery is a lot harder to get as a biological male. They don't put minors through that as often as they put minors through top surgery when they're female. And then, oh, well, if you regret it, too bad. You can never feed your children in the future, if you can even have children, right? Because the testosterone also makes you fertile. So if you can even never have children, you can't ever feed them with the breast. Because we come off by the time we're 13, and here's where everyone says, it's not 13. Yeah, it is. You got to get caught up to speed. It's happening to 13-year-olds. This is a 15-year-old placed on testosterone. I know I have firsthand experience going into the same clinic that I got my transition surgeries at, and them telling me that they had to, because of a recent law in Texas, cancel appointments for 12 to 17-year-olds because they could no longer do top surgeries on those patients. They were doing top surgeries on 12-year-olds. Do you even have breasts at 12? I didn't develop as a female at 12, so I don't really know when they first start sprouting, but I don't really see 12-year-olds with anything to cut off, if I'm being honest. So what are they even finding on the body to cut off? The detransition wave is undeniable. The detransition wave is here. It is only going to escalate to a huge extent. And this is something that I have yet to see the trans community actually form a coherent rebuttal to. Like, whenever I see trans people talk about the detransition community and wave and the Reddit page and all that, they really only talk about how these people are grifters and how they're trying to just take trans people down because everything's about them, right? Because they're narcissists. It's not that it's a deeply, it's not that it's a person who was traumatized in some way or hurt in some way by the medical system telling their story. and trying to help others in their position, it's about y'all, right? It's about them trying to take you down by sharing their story, right? Everything's about you motherfuckers. God, I just cannot stand the state of the trans community. I could really go off about it all day. Because it really is demented. I hate when I see this. I really hate when I see children affected by this, you know? Adults as well, but it's like... Honestly, everyone says, Blair, what are you going to do when they restrict healthcare for adults? At some point, at what point do they not put a pause on all of it? When this is what's happening, when this level of malpractice is happening. We talked about the clinic in St. Louis. Again, not saying I support taking away adults' right to transition, but if I sat up here and really said that it would make no sense for them to put all of it on pause, considering the incredible amount of harm that they're doing in the current state, it's like, would they be completely wrong for that? I don't know, you decide. But the other day in my Destiny debate, I was talking about the clinic in St. Louis that was putting kids on hormones that were identifying as non-binary cats whose gender identity was changing day to day, wasn't even stable, and they were placing these kids on hormones. And you want to tell me this is an industry that deserves to thrive? I don't think so. So again, these people are going to have to come up with some sort of explanation and way to handle the D-trans community, because it's only growing. And all my love and support goes out to this young girl, and I'm glad you got out while you could with, you know, minimal repercussions. And I hope that you live an amazing life as the woman that you are, Miss Girl. Let's react to woke TikToks. Are you guys feeling the pony? I'm trying to give you guys different looks, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do the headband shit. I'm trying to do like a little pony look. I'm trying to give versatility.
Okay, pause.
Let me know if I'm failing. Okay.
Let's just go back, since we've arrived at the point we were talking about earlier.
Right.
Honestly, I've gotten enough context of her to figure out where we're going from there. Yeah. And I may just keep going just to hear her finish off, so that if someone says, "Oh, Jay, you don't listen to a full context," my ass, I did. Did you not hear me let it play out?
Right. Like I was telling Rune earlier, like, there are some things that I agree with, other things that I don't. But when it comes to the...
Breaking news! There's a barren tornado threat!
In my area.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, God. Horrible, horrible sound.
Yeah, I know.
Be gone.
I'm just looking at if Tony got it.
Alright, anyway, continue, Lucy.
Like, when she was talking about, or earlier in the video when she was talking about Colleen Banniger, I had actually paused the video at that point, and I was like, you know, the one thing that I do like about Blair is with the trans community, like we had talked about with the male to female, you know, trans, and how there's been all that predatory stuff. She's gone after those types of the trans where they are the predatory people. In one debate where she actually had a bunch of debates with this one person, she actually ended up getting the other person arrested in Canada, because in Canada it's actually illegal for you to show on a live stream that you have a taser and actually use it. Like,
really?
Do the click. Yes. She got that, I think her name was Jessica Yaniv, arrested, and she went to prison for a certain amount of time. But she does not tolerate the predatory trans people in the trans community. She actually, like, makes that very potently fucking clear, or abundantly clear. So whenever you hear trans people talking about how they shouldn't go after the kids, she's probably one of the few people in that stand actually talking about how it shouldn't be going towards the kids. I don't agree with everything that she stands on. I don't agree with like a lot of the shit, but when it comes to anything where it's staying away from the kids, I will back her. Anything where it talks about how, you know, predatory behavior, X, Y, and Z, sure. But I don't agree with everything she says.
Yeah. I mean, shit, that's why we have Mark in here. I don't agree with a lot of stuff that he says. Somehow we are best friends. I will say this. Same with Cody. And we'll take a break from all the seriousness. Go ahead, Kevin. I believe it's time for a Salty Sports Update, which qualifies as
a Fox News alert.
Hey Jay, do you know what time it is?
I believe it's time for a Salty Sports Update.
No, it's time for a wholesome internet moment update.
Oh, whoa.
Basically, the
break out the Fox News alert for nothing.
Basically, the wholesome update is all the memes from TikTok about the Titan submarine thing. Yeah, that's basically all the wholesomeness. And are we assholes for laughing at the billionaires for dying?
No.
Dude, we're all going to hell.
Yeah.
No.
Have you seen the memes I posted?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but like,
I feel absolutely very much empathy for the people who are lost their family member. I am so sorry about that. But your relatives are fucking idiots.
Yep.
Jesus
it
Christ.
all rolls back to that meme of the or that TikTok of the guy that made the chart of fuck around and find out, which is probably the best TikTok I have ever seen, and like it's just beautiful.
Okay, so I think this one sums up the how I feel about it. Basically, the working class bunny is flipping off the rich oligarch billionaires people.
The eagle, which obviously represents America, which is fucking true though.
Yeah. Also, based on more of the stuff that I heard from the CEO and his decisions, he's basically the anti-John Hammond from Jurassic Park. He spared every expense.
If you guys look in general chat, you will see the massive fucking heading my way. I'm gonna have a lot of fucking war water.
Yeah,
what is this?
It's pretty bad up there. Uh-oh.
And you can't hear it, but
okay.
there are sirens.
Like tornado sirens?
Yep.
Oh, I haven't heard those in about a year, actually.
I hear them pretty often. But yours doesn't test yours every, like, first Tuesday of the month?
Mm-mm.
Ours does. But that we are in Tornado Alley, though, so...
You kind of expect Texas to, you know, want to prepare safety stuff for their citizens.
That's
okay.
adorable.
My animals are freaking out a little bit. Oh, Cookie is. Domino is now being a crackhead again.
I'm pretty sure I would not know what our tornado sirens in Austin sounds like.
Okay,
I'll probably think we're in an air raid or something. I'm pretty sure like Russia started launching nukes or something like that. Actually, wouldn't those two be the same sirens? Wouldn't we have one siren for everything?
I think so, actually, yeah. I would be getting a code maroon alert.
For which one? Tornado or the nukes?
Probably all of them.
I was like, what is Code Maroon? He's like, yeah, nukes are incoming. We're all fucked. We're, doesn't matter what you do, we're dead.
What is this
I'm
powder?
still getting into an argument on Reddit whether or not 300 nuclear warheads is actually enough.
So the tornado warning is the tornado threat is low currently, but they do think it might get higher. From what I read.
So if somehow there's a video of a chick riding a broom in the tornado, hi.
Oh, and Jay, that has been your wholesome internet moment of the day. It has been brought to you by It's Not a Fucking Anime, Jay.
It definitely is an anime.
It was not an anime.
Dude,
no.
We've been over this.
It's not an anime.
It has the same styling, dude. Just accept it.
It's not made in Japan. It's not made in Japan.
Does not matter. RWBY, made by Rooster Teeth, which I'm pretty sure is a United States thing, is definitely an anime, even though it's not made in Japan.
Which one?
RWBY.
Red versus blue? What?
Not red versus blue, Ruby.
Oh. Okay, I don't think I've ever seen it.
I have. Because I'm not a jerk. There is a quest over here, but I can't get to it because the door's locked.
It's too far away.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to what were we talking about before you came in? Oh yes, detransitioning. I definitely never will be one to look at someone and say, "Oh, you detransition. How dare you?" It's like, no, you don't do that. Detransitioning is about as hard as transitioning. And so I stand with anyone who realizes that this is not for them and they want to go back to who they were. In the end, it's all about you're being someone who you are. You're looking at this like, I don't want to be this anymore. This isn't the life for me. This isn't me. So I definitely understand people detransitioning. You know, I get it. It's hard, and I'll never discredit someone for doing it. As far as I'm concerned, you're equally as important as someone who does transition. I try to treat people all the same. So, that's just me. Someone made off with a bunch of keys. We're going to take a quick look around the Forbidden Reach. See if you can find anyone. It might take some force to get them back. Still need a scroll in there. Anyway, it's gonna do something. Oh, Why don't we finish up that podcast?
You already see. Let's see what this young thing has to say.
You can skip past the
when people
TikTok.
say that wheelchairs are only for people who need them. Because when they say that, what they mean is wheelchair users are for people who are paralyzed. But
because men are gross and men are disgusting and men will fuck anything.
Oh.
You leave a pie on the counter and a man and your weight walking around and you will. It took you to record this 2-minute TikTok? You could have done like 100 push-ups.
See, this shit I don't like.
My computer system just went fucking
Wild.
wackadoo. So if I disappear,
Wild. And
I'm okay.
people sometimes get on me because it's like, why are you being so
just
mean?
watch the news for a bitch
Positive.
flying in a tornado.
Now, like I was telling Rain earlier, after that video, do I agree with what she's saying to this person or what they're saying right now? No. Do I like it? No. I want to make that clear.
Yeah.
TikTokers or whatever, but it's like, I'm sorry, I see so much parallel with like the trans community and trans influencers on TikTok and like this, in the sense of y'all are really living in an alternate reality. You are comparing toddlers and strollers to your own inability to walk on your own without a wheelchair because you have gluttoned yourself, you have eaten yourself to such a state that your body cannot even support your weight walking around, and you will still sit up on camera talking about fat is beautiful. That ain't beauty. And they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but sometimes the vote is unanimous. And I'm not saying you're not beautiful on the inside. I'm not saying you don't have nice skin, beautiful face, whatever, but that body is going to fail. It sounds like it's already failing that you can't even walk on your own. And I know that my delivery is, oh wow, Blair White is being a cunt. And not just because I am, but also I do have a lot of empathy for people like this because, like I've said before, whenever I am depressed, going through it, that's when I start losing control of my body. If you haven't noticed, I'm snatching down right now because I'm in a better place than I was a few weeks ago. Y'all saw the thickness. And she's sucking back in because she's happier. And I do want that for this woman, you know. No hate to her, it's just like lose weight, you know.
No hate to her. By the way,
Your
lose
weight is not
weight,
the world's problem.
asshole.
You know.
Sorry, continue.
The fact that you even have it within you to be like, what do I want to complain about today on the internet? People that don't like that I use a wheelchair. You shouldn't like that you use a wheelchair, girl. You should hate it. You should resent it. You should use it as motivation to get your life together. But instead, you're going to make these little videos on TikTok and you're going to have this lived out comment section that's like, yes, queen. Slay. That is beautiful. I bet you can still catch a dick though. Yeah, we know. Anyone can catch a dick. Anyone can catch a dick. Literally anyone of any group can go out, find a dick, suck it, fuck it, ride it. Because that's what men do. They put their dick in anything. It's not really a flex to say,
my ass I
that's
do.
one of their big talking points. People say I'm fat, but I could still catch a dick. Baby, there's a reason why there's a certain amount of gerbils found up men's asses every year in hospitals, because men are gross and men are disgusting and men will fuck anything.
Pause.
You leave a
Hold
pie.
on. Hold the fuck on. Hi, Blair White, if you ever see this. No, I don't put my dick in anything, let alone have anything go up my butt. So you can stop that right now. I know she's probably not generalizing, but the way you're saying it does not help your case. Like, come on. I'm so sorry that, huh?
Go ahead.
Like, I'm so sorry that not everyone looks like you and can be so healthy and you know, can live this healthy life while you're holding the Starbucks cup. Like, give me a fucking break. I could just as easily sit here and say that every woman likes to suck dick. Like, every woman is a horrible person. Like, every woman loves to lie to the man, loves to make them pay child support because they can't. I could easily say that and mean it, but I won't, because I don't.
Yes, child, I did.
Like,
we're having a discussion.
Cause like, I don't know. Like, I can't. She's pissing me off right now. Anyway, please continue.
On the counter, and a man may or may not put his dick in it. Right? So, is it a flex that you can catch a dick? Not really.
Catch a pussy.
It's flex when you're turning down dicks. That's a flex. All right, next. TikToker explains that kid-friendly Pride events doesn't mean there shouldn't be kink, saying kids and kink can coexist at Pride. Someone call the cops. Is this Colleen Ballinger's cousin? Y'all related? Y'all kind of look similar. Y'all got that whole basic vibe. Anyways, let's play.
I want to clarify this for a second here. I'm not saying that kink isn't kid friendly. I'm saying that kids and kink can coexist at Pride.
No.
In a totally fine way.
No.
There's a nuance here. That making an event kid friendly doesn't mean sanitizing it, aka taking something like kink out of Pride. Making Pride kid friendly is not the same thing as sanitizing Pride. Making a Pride event kid friendly, or I prefer kid safe, is about making sure we're including and putting kid and youth voices and including them in Pride and particularly any justice spaces.
Y'all smell that shit? Y'all smell the hot dog water that is clearly emanating off her body? The aroma of hot dog water, raw, like boiled 3 days ago and just sitting on the stove type shit, because you know she smells. Some background on this woman, now that I'm remembering who she is. She ran a channel for a long time on YouTube called Queer Kid Stuff. And she's one of the earliest people I dragged. So welcome home to Blair White's channel, Miss Girl. But I'm going to say what I always said back then, which is, first of all, I can smell you through the screen, like I said. And second of all, stop being a fucking creep. The fact that you fixed your mouth to say kids and kink can coexist.
No, it's not how that. No.
Baby, I can't coexist with you. You need to be in jail with Colleen Ballinger.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that.
That is an insane statement. You are disgusting. The fact that, again, who even thinks, like, as someone who picks up my phone regularly and like bitches to the world about what I think is right and wrong, what I want to see the change in the world, I could never imagine thinking it was a productive use of my time to take issue with the people that don't want kids to see kink and be like, this is really the fight I'm going to take up right now. You guys need to know that kink can coexist. This is your fight? Man, I sure do miss the days when libs were fighting for like climate change and like anti-big pharma, and like now they're fighting to show kids kink. You're musty and you're dusty. And you're going to hell for that. You're going to hell for that. I'll see you there, but like you're going to hell for that for sure. All right. Tennessee tattoo shop owner goes on unhinged rant, threatens conservatives. If they come to his shop, I will actually hurt you. Says he hopes they get sick and die. You can just tell from the picture, this is one of those motherfucking, like, just such a tough guy, right? Like, such a lived out. There's nothing worse than the lived out straight man. You're the worst of all worlds. You're harnessing this, like, bitch ass, feminine, like, energy. And you're also using your like male aggression to like threaten people. It's like, you're the worst of all worlds, sir. Speaking as someone who's the best of all worlds, you're the worst of all worlds.
You gotta love it when religious conservatives and racists, which more often than not go hand in hand, come into your tattoo shop. Which, by the way, I like to keep it a little dark in here. I don't like a lot of overhead lights. Just reminds me of a hospital. If you were either one of those things, or both, you're not gonna have a good time. Not here. Okay? Take your small-minded bullshit back to your fucking church. And then, you know, shove a Bible.
I like how these small-minded ones are the ones that have a religious conviction, which actually does require you to, in some ways, think in the abstract, right? Like, I actually think in some ways religious people are a lot more open-minded than me because I believe in what I see in right in front of me. Like, I don't believe in shit that I can't see. So they gotta really stretch their mind to believe in that shit. How are you not the small-minded person that you are literally sectioning off a group of people, writing them off as intolerable? Like, you literally are closing your mind off to people and calling them the small-minded people. I would love to fight him. No shade. Like, he reminds me of, like, there is such a side to me y'all don't know. For real. He reminds me of, like, every, like, piece of shit that I would, like, beef with in my late teenage, like early 20 years out at parties. Just the fucking arrogant, like, I'm fucking tough because I have finger tattoos. Motherfucker. I would love to fight you. But anyways, calm down, sir. You're acting like a bitch.
They is one of my newer pronouns. So I use they, and pup pronouns currently. And Fae for me is because I am a fairy. I am fairy gender. And Fae is really just validating that part of my identity. So yeah, Fae pronouns.
I need Jake to unfucking deafen. Well, if you weren't sitting there.
Yeah, big talk behind the trash can. Big talk behind the trash can.
For context, please play with the dog.
You what?
What you gotta say now?
Please play with the dog.
Oh, okay.
What? 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 What?
Garden has major zoomies.
What? What? What?
Get him, Garm, get him! Get him! Get him! Go get him! Jake! I need you to undeafen!
What?
Did he run into the wall?
Yeah. What you doing?
Hey, we're probably the only reason why the devil hasn't come up the earth yet because he's scared. How may I help you?
Hey, can you undeafen and join the stream? You're gonna want to see this one.
Well, I can't really see him on PlayStation right now, but okay.
Are you playing Dead by Daylight?
What?
Yeah, well, I was watching Netflix, but now I'm moving back to Dead by Daylight.
I'll join you here in a bit after this video.
What?
But, you're gonna want to click on the stream.
Okay.
Let me know when you're ready.
Well, first I gotta get off the console.
Yeah, he'll be right back.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Again, like, I'm fucking tough because I have finger tattoos. Motherfucker. I would love to fight you. But anyways, calm down, sir. You're acting like a bitch.
They is one of my newer pronouns. So I use they, they, and pup pronouns currently. And they for me is because I am a fairy. I am fairy gender. And they is really just validating that part of my identity. So yeah, they pronouns because I'm a fairy. Pup pronouns.
God save the children. Fathers, stay in your children's lives. This fatherlessness is an epidemic.
Don't think
I
that's
need,
part of
I
the
need someone to help this person. I am actually not trying to dogpile or meet this person because this is, she's going through it. She's going through it.
Fat phobia and
Jake, what's your take on that one?
Oh
no. The fairy pronoun thing? I wasn't able to give a single shit about it, but I know exactly what that is. The fairy pronoun. People trying to be different and not doing their research. You do not want to be a fey pronoun. And I'm sorry, but also, plainly put, you're pretty much delusional. Because as someone who works with them, you just know.
Doesn't Willow go by those pronouns?
No, she's a...
No, I remember she said something about the Fae pronouns.
She cosplays as a fae.
Oh.
She did that for Beltane.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Willow... Believe it or not, Willow actually does understand the dangers of them. Simply put, the whole... Yeah, the Fae pronoun thing, I don't know where it started, but I know that part of it was like people saying that basically they were a fairy reincarnated into a human and that now you're all this and that, which doesn't happen. There is no proof of this happening. And there is also no such thing as a fairy human half-breed. The only closest thing... No. Only in fantasy novels. But in real life, no. There is no actual proof that this ever happened, and also, in reality, if there was a crossbreed between them, you would be a pile of flesh and bones, because you are... neither. And that doesn't mean changeling. Changelings are not what people think.
Nope, they're dirty little old men.
Yes, It's an extremely old fairy that's in basically a young baby suit, so that you are basically taking care of an old man.
Yep.
But going to the fairy pronoun things, it's just people trying to be like out there and more different. And in all honesty, I don't understand the appeal for it. It's extremely. It's mind-boggling to me. It's confusing to me, and I don't know why you would want to, because as someone who's read the history, as someone who has read their history, who works with them, who works with the King of the Fae.
The King of the Fae.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't think I would ever hear that phrase.
Yeah, well, that's his title. So, well, in reality, he's not just the king, he's the literal god of. So, I don't agree with it. I think it's just, it's pretty much what the person's saying. I think I read in the little thing about neo-paganism. That is a very big neo-pagan thing. That is a very popular thing in neo-paganism. In neo-paganism, they follow the more glitz and glamour of Fae. Which is okay, it's fine, but at the same time, don't think that what you're reading is right, because they're not nice. If they're nice to you, they want something. Or someone. Mostly it's someone. But
a satisfactory arrangement.
The Fae pronoun thing, I don't agree with it, because to me, it's just stupid. I don't know, I think it's absolutely stupid. I don't like it, I don't agree with it, because to me, it's just like
dangerous.
It's very, very dangerous, and just that leads to people basically becoming more and more insane and kind of like out of nowhere. Kind of like, oh my god, what's the name? Dissociative? Like, not really in the real world. Because there was a TikToker that I followed that went by fairy pronouns, and I didn't know at the time until they made a video saying, like, I'm a fairy queen reincarnated, I just got piercings and everything like that. Now, yeah, I made that same face, Rune. I made that same face. I unfollowed them and I blocked them because it's ridiculous.
It makes me think of those people that are like, yeah, my great ancestor was a Cherokee princess.
Yeah,
they didn't have princesses, you fucking twat.
It's basically
you don't
that.
know your Native
yeah,
American
it's
history.
basically. Yeah, it's basically that. Actually, that's a perfect fit. It's
more
that,
dangerous.
Yeah, but it's more dangerous because a little crash course on fairy culture. The Fae.
Fuck with them and they will eat you. Or worse.
I can go on and on about different things that they can do to you, but I'll put it plain and simple. You'll either go insane, you'll disappear, or you'll be eaten.
And eaten is the nicest one. From what I can tell.
Literally.
So in other words, don't fuck with them?
Exactly. No. I just saw my lights flicker.
No, let me put it,
go ahead.
Don't fuck with them. What I do is I work with them. Did I have a choice in the matter of working with them? Not really, thanks to a certain ancestor. But lesson learned, he fucked with them. He tried to basically make a deal with them and try and outsmart them, and needless to say, he didn't outsmart them.
You can't outsmart them.
You can't. The Fae are basically the beings themselves are actual fairy, are basically beings who in theory ascended and knows more and everything. Like their time is totally different. A day there is like literally a year or a month here.
You can also never say thank you or I'm sorry to them.
Nope.
Because that is offensive.
Extremely offensive.
You can go, I do apologize. That's safe. Or
That's
you have my deepest gratitudes.
Yep.
It is, but it's more formal. It shows more respect.
Like, do you know the whole chivalry speech thing? In a way. That's basically what you have to do with them. Like, let's say I offend them, I would have to basically switch to them and go, I do apologize for what I have done, and I wish to make this wrong right. Or something like that.
Or I wish to make amends.
Yeah.
Now, I don't work with the Fae, but I have one around me. He kind of did the same thing you did, Jay, and it's like, aw, it's traumatized, I'm keeping. And that's kind of more into, like, a guardianship type deal. I do not have a deal with the Fae, I will not make a deal, and he hasn't tried.
No, you don't want to make a deal.
He has not once tried. As long as I feed him marshmallows every so often, he's happy. He really fucking likes marshmallows, Jake. What the fuck?
He likes sweets.
I know, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So, just going even more into detail about them, I don't know why people want to be pronounced as them, and I don't know why they would want to be them. Like, it's not a glitz and glamour lifestyle. In fact, actually, it's very...
good.
No. It is a very, very...
They're very stringy.
Bad lifestyle. Yeah, it's a very, very strange lifestyle. Like, first off, if you were to be fairy, you can't have iron in you. Certain Fae are...
You would be constantly burning.
Yeah, so you wouldn't be able to get piercings unless, like, you somehow get...
Pure steel.
Copper piercing. Yeah, pure steel, like 0 iron, or, like, even gold and silver is not really safe because certain Fae are actually very sensitive to those metals. So, the only metal that would work with them is copper. But you don't want copper in your skin.
People are stupid.
But I just think it's, simply put, I just think they're delusional. That's my opinion.
They're the type of witches that want to be special. They're more of they're like the ones that, because they might have been Christian previously, that they need to feel special because that's what Christianity taught them.
You're the chosen one. That's basically how I put it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't really stand for it. Like, if someone walks up to me and tells me that, I'm sorry. I would probably look at them and go, I'm just letting you know.
You're an
I
idiot.
won't really respect it, and I will call you an idiot.
But you do not want to be Fae. You don't want to fuck with the Fae. I do not fuck with the Fae. The only Fae I fuck with is because that one, I'm pretty sure I'm stuck with. Even if I didn't want him around, I'd probably still be stuck with him. But I do.
50-50.
Yeah. Yeah, he just said I'm not getting rid of him anytime soon.
Yeah.
Not that I want to try. It's a weird friendship, but it's friendship.
Yep, and I work with them, and while true, I do like working with them, it is very exhausting.
Like,
and
if
scared.
you offend them, you can eat. If you even partially offend them, you can get eaten. Fae working is probably one of the more dangerous paths you can be on in paganism. Am I right? I think I'm right.
Yeah, it's more dangerous than demon work. Fun fact.
I mean, with demons, at least they're more straight up with you about wanting to eat you.
And they're easier to make deals with because they don't really want anything major. They just want like offerings of like wine or chocolate usually.
Yeah, Asmo Dick really likes chocolate. Fucking Nico. Sorry, that's what immediately who I think of every time. As Asmo
Because
Dick.
she apparently worked with them, allegedly. I don't know.
No, she did. And she ignored him constantly, so he ended up coming to me because he knew I knew her and could talk to him. You know how aggravating that is?
Extremely.
Especially since he doesn't wear pants! I don't want to see that!
I kind of love that we went from talking about Blair White to talking about all of this.
And then demons and the fact that...
Welcome to ADHD. Thank you for my TED Talk. No, back on track. Fairy stuff, dangerous. No, I think you're delusional. You're not the chosen one, and in all honesty, get
some mental help.
Get some mental help. Like, I would think you're more of, in all honesty, like, I would understand if you go by they, them, but when you bring in, like, the fairy pronouns, I'm just like, no, that just means you want to feel special. And if that makes you feel special, okay, but just know that I'm not going to really respect it that much because I just can't. I think it's
absolutely stupid.
Yeah.
And it is, because, I mean, you don't want to be Fae. You don't want to fuck with the Fae. You don't really want to be friends with the Fae. I say as I am a friend with a Fae.
Well, that's the problem, though.
Kind of more.
That's the problem, though, is that there isn't really a solid thing of, like, the Fae will be your friend.
Yeah. No. The closest thing I can think of with Malik is friend. Or guardian.
Yeah, like...
Or the fact that I might just be his pet. That one's probably more accurate, honestly.
Yeah. Like, either way, it's just...
Ow, my titty.
I find it ridiculous.
My titty hurts. I don't like it.
Alright, let's keep going. Finish this episode out.
AOE incoming.
Give me a text when you guys are done.
Breath incoming.
Uh-oh.
Bomb incoming. Breath incoming.
There she is.
Yep. That's the third time today my computer's been unplugged by the kids. While grabbing it.
Oh, okay. That's what that was.
Yeah. Actually, was playing with the dog because Dom's really riled up. Like, this dog is, like, flying through the house. I'm fast as fuck, boy. I'm fast as fuck. Ah, that's what you're saying. The biggest smile on his face, too.
Stack high. Stack high. Teleport on route.
I swear, as big, mean dog, it's just a puppy.
Phase 2. Breath incoming.
It's a puppy coming into the fridge door bark. Daniel, quit screaming.
Bomb incoming.
Alright. Oh, do you have it back?
You have fun? You have fun? No. Alright, sit down.
Give me a sec.
Leave Don alone.
Back in a minute. I'll be back in a minute. I gotta go to the bathroom. My stomach's really upset.
Okay.
Watch your step.
So, just hearing what I've heard so far of Blair White,
Bomb incoming.
I will say that she is pretty... I will say for one thing, she's like a lot of those guys who are just like super... not super obsessed, but pretty...
Watch your step.
they're pretty obsessed about weight and whatever. I'm just like... that's none of your damn business. Number one. Number two, there are people who literally cannot lose weight, no matter what they do. And clearly she's not ever met someone like that, and I just I feel like she doesn't see that. And the fact that she doesn't see that saddens me, honestly. Like, how do you not fucking see that? Like, how do you... I'm sure she does workout videos or whatever, or maybe she always goes to the gym every day. And I'm just like, not everyone can live like you. Not everyone can be like you. Stop being poor. Stop being... Yeah, I would love to be rich, let me tell you. I can pay off my goddamn student loan debt. Pay off my credit card debt. Pay off my medical bill debt. Like, I could pay off all those debts. But I can't. Like, and to her point about, you know, transitioning and all that stuff, there definitely should be government, not like control, but like there definitely needs to be some clear laws in place as to, you know, what can children do if they feel like they should be, what should children do if they realize they want to transition? You know, what should they do? I would say first that they need to definitely go in and seek counseling. And if after counseling they still see that they want to transition, that's fine. I don't think that you should do anything that isn't reversible until you're an adult. I don't think that it shouldn't be easy to transition. And that sounds wrong, but my point is, it shouldn't be easy in the sense of, oh, okay, let's go ahead and do it. More like, okay, you know, are you positive? Like, have you gone through this? Have you looked through this? Have you learned about this? Have you read through this research? Like, you know, like, actually look at peer-reviewed studies and understand the decision that you're making. This is a life-altering decision. It's a life-altering, it's a life-altering effect. So, I'm never, I will make it clear to you, I am an ally to everyone. I am demisexual. By the way, Blair White, I am demisexual. You can, I mean, but, I don't know.
Watch your step.
I will say this until whenever Lucy gets back. If you're suffering, if you're wondering what's going on, if you are feeling a certain way and don't know how to feel, you don't know who to turn to, use the type use the exclamation mark LGBTQIAHelp. That will show you the resource for the Trevor Project. They are a non-profit. They help with those that
Watch your step.
those who are at the point where like they don't know who to turn to because they're trying to be themselves. I also have a command for the LGBTQ, or not just the LGBTQIA plus hotline, but also exclamation mark 988. That is a government resource that you can use. I think it's a government resource. Anyway, it's a resource you can use if you are in a situation where you feel like there's nothing left. You also use exclamation mark RAINN. That'll get you over to the company, not the company, the non-profit of the same name. Stands for, the organization stands for the Rape, Incest, Rape, Incest, Abuse National Network, I believe is the what the acronym stands for. I'm going to look that up now because I'm gonna say the wrong thing and people are gonna dog me on it. The Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network. I even had it wrong. My bad, folks. The Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network. That's the name of the.
think it was the spicy chicken.
Was it?
Yeah, because my kidneys hurt too.
Damn.
Yeah. And I could hear what you were saying, but if you want me to continue the video, that's fine. There's like 5 minutes left. I think it. There should be like 4.
I got pretty much the gist of it. I don't know how much of this is gonna make me look like an asshole, but like, there are some things I agree with Blair White about. There's a lot I strongly disagree with.
Now do you see why I wanted you to look at her channel? Because if you look at a lot of it, it's a lot of it towards the trans community and like the trans activists, like these kids. They're gonna drop me off the wall. If they haven't already. And I don't mean like go obsessively stalk her page or like her channel or anything, but like if it pops up on your like recommended homepage or whatever, give it a watch, even if it's like an older video. It's something to still talk about.
Yeah. I mean, I don't feel it's worth just like watching every single episode, but like I get it. I feel as though she does need to have more discussions with people that, you know, about the things that she's so strongly passionate about.
Right.
Especially those who are fat. Because trust me, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I'm the skinniest stick in the matchbox, but like, fuck, man. You don't know what I'm packing. You don't know what I am. You don't know the shit that I've been through. And if you sit there and don't talk to people, if you don't sit there and listen to people, then what are you gonna do? Why do you think people are after you? Why do you think people criticize you? Why do you think people sit there and say you're a bad person for this, or this? Inherently, I don't think she's a bad person. That I can tell you. I don't think she's a bad person, but I feel like she's been influenced a lot of the ways with the wrong people.
Right.
And here's the thing. You're trans. A trans woman. Excellent. Great. I hope you were able to transition to the best with the best care possible and with people that support you. And if for some reason you decide to detransition, great. That means that you realized something and you took another minute and looked and said, you know what? Probably not for me. But there's just this idea that if you... I feel like she's reacting to the extreme ends of the spectrum. Like there are extreme black activists, there are extreme pride activists, there are extreme... where there is an activist, there is an extreme end to it. So I'm definitely not going to sit here and tell you that there isn't, because there definitely is. I can wholeheartedly agree with you on that one. But like, there are people that have a legitimate head on their shoulders, and they can they know how not to be an idiot, you know? I will also say she's incredibly judgmental. Because calling someone ugly is subjective. Not subjective. What is the word I'm looking for? In other words, I don't see ugliness the same way everyone else sees ugliness. I've said that 1,000 times here. But ugliness relates to character in my book, in what I see. And if you have an ugly character, your outward appearance is going to reflect that. I feel like she isn't ugly. I feel like she is misguided, is the best way I can put it. That could make me someone's gonna hate me for it, and they're not gonna sit there and talk to me and be like, hey Jay, why do you feel this way? And I hate that that's a thing. I seriously do. I hate that the thing about me making an opinion, me saying words, me talking about these things doesn't elicit people responding and saying, this is how I feel about this. You know?
Let me show you what I got.
I have begged people. I have begged people, like, if you have a problem with whatever I do or say or how I look or whatever, like, fucking say something. It's not hard. Society may disagree with me, but shit, man. Like, what does it really take?
Appreciate the patronage.
It falls back to my earlier statement. Where the fuck is compassion anymore?
Honestly, who knows with the compassion thing, but I have a random fact for you, Jay. Wooden blocks hurt worse than Legos.
Really?
Yep.
Why is that?
I stepped on a wooden block trying to get Sky, and
Oh no. Oh god. Did it?
Uh-huh.
Like, did this happen earlier?
Yeah, just a little bit ago.
Oh my god.
Ouch.
Yeah, wooden blocks.
Ugh.
That
Far
happened
worse
to me
than
as a
Legos.
kid.
I would rather step on like 50 Legos than ever step on a wooden block again, just saying.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
There was one when I was a kid. I stepped on a wooden block and not only cut my foot open, but also got a splinter in the cut.
I mean, I had a tooth break off in my foot. That shit sucks, but yeah, I would still rather step on Legos. Any day.
Legos are not as bad as wooden blocks. Fun fact, folks, if you think Legos are the worst thing, step on a wooden block.
Hey Kevin.
Don't tell me otherwise.
Oh my god. just. Oh, that. Oh, shit, bro.
I've also stepped on nails.
No.
Thankfully not rusted.
You know those flag pins you get around,
You cut out again.
Yeah, you did.
I need a new headset. This is fucking annoying.
Do you want me to see if Lou would be okay with me sending you that other headset I have?
You are a fucking angel.
Do you want me to see if he'll be okay with it?
Yes, please. I'm sick of having cutting in and out. It's fucking annoying. But you know those flag pins that you get around 4th of July?
Mm-hmm.
I had one stuck in my foot for 4 days. I just didn't
How
notice.
did you not know?
I didn't notice.
4 days?
Yeah. You wanna know how I found out?
How?
I actually forgot to wear socks and I was walking across tile and kept hearing the click noise.
Ooh.
I was fine. My foot healed fine. I didn't even have to go to the hospital enough. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was when I was like 7.
I stepped on a fork.
Huh?
Okay, for context of the fork, basically I was a kid, and when I was a kid, my room would be very, very, very messy. Well,
to be fair.
Yeah, so I was cleaning my room, and just one thing led to another. I thought I got all the dishes, but I didn't. And next thing you know, I stepped on a fork.
Oh, shit, bro.
Yeah. And half of it went in my foot.
Oh my god. Oh.
It didn't have to go to the hospital, thankfully it healed fine.
Jacob Legion, I will do it as do it now! Also, I'm streaming, by the way. There's someone in here named Donald J. Trump. Or Donald J. Trumpy.
I'm in trouble. I told Sage I was gonna go play outside with the... again. One of these days, whether she's pregnant or not, she's gonna come out here and bitch slap the stupid out of me. And she won't be done till next year. The end of next year.
I've said my piece about that.
That was so hot. Oh my god.
Thought you might like that.
Love it. Oh my god. So hot.
Oh god. Like,
oh my god, it was so hot. Ooh, it looks like I'm in the heavy part of the storm now. There's still some to go.
Dewey, you're on your own. Donald, you're on your own. Every bitch for themselves.
Oh, the storm
Donald is definitely on his own.
The radar looks kind of swirly. Some parts. Ow, my ass. My booty cheeks are sore. And the
Okay, not gonna lie, I'm gonna laugh if you end up getting swept up in that tornado and it gives you the nicest back adjustment you've ever had when you're no longer in pain.
I spat my water out! Lucy! You fucking shit! I'm not kidding! I just spewed my water out of my fucking mouth face.
Was it pointed at your work computer again?
No, thank God. This bitch had me laughing so hard I accidentally elbowed my bubbly can into my work keyboard. Luckily, it's fine.
Womp womp.
Your life is womp womp.
Rose, stop.
Damn.
Love you, Jay. Just wait till I get down there to visit.
We can talk. Please no. Don't bring them over this way. Don't bring the Legion over this way.
There's
Whoever's bringing them over
water
this
in
way.
my phone!
Okay. People, do not frickin' bring Legion. You dumbass.
Listen, you bitch. There's water down my shirt! You fucking twat!
Killer. I'm being chased by the killer. I don't have time for your bullshit.
We are live around the world. We just reacted to Blair White's, I'm assuming that's her most recent podcast?
Yeah.
We reacted to Blair White's recent podcast. You can watch the entire reaction because her entire podcast is like an hour, so we had time to like pause multiple times, and I'm not going to edit that because I don't wanna. And that's a strain on my computer that I'd rather not take. Thank you very much. Unless you're gonna buy me a better one. And if you are, you can look at my PC part picker.
Or buy me another one because I want to start streaming again.
It's true. Why don't you buy all of us new computers?
And I am still offering tarot rings for $5, people. Take pity on a poor witch! No, I didn't say poor bitch, I said poor witch.
For fuck's sake, you goddamn Legion, you goddamn cunt.
We promise she won't. Never mind. I can't promise that.
Promise I won't what?
I was gonna say we would promise that you wouldn't scream in their ear, and
Jake, you're
I
down in the
can't.
basement.
I can't
Oh.
very well guarantee that.
I mean, I can't because they're not
Shenanigans,
near me.
Sean Colby, damn it.
I need to take a shower. My hair is greasy. Tomorrow. Oh, kill me now.
Nope.
I figured out what was killing my battery so fast this year. It wasn't the AI. It was my fucking phone background because I had one of those live backgrounds.
Well,
Yeah,
obviously
live
that's gonna
backgrounds will
do
drain
that.
your phone.
Now
How
it
do you
is.
not know that?
I never said I was smart, okay?
At least in technology, you're not.
I'm more knowledgeable than half my family. That's for damn sure. I still have to explain Facebook to my grandmother. She's been on it for years now. I ended up blocking her so she'd stop yelling at me for posting shit on her Facebook. It was in her timeline. Her news fucking feed. She said, "What's your aunt gonna think of you posting your witchcraft Satan bullshit?" Well, I have her blocked, so... Why do you have her blocked? She's family. Because she's a fucking cunt. That gave me and my sister alcohol to knock our asses out. While I was having a panic attack.
Huh? So let him out.
Fucking Polish.
But now it's just... Now I actually kind of like the background I chose better than the one I had, because it's a picture of Leon Kennedy in the rain during the events of Resident Evil 2, which is one of my favorites. There.
No, not yet. I told you to be done before you go to bed. Or be done before I go to bed. Fucking brat.
Hey, at least I don't like Wesker.
That's fair.
Oh,
Wesker's a douchebag.
We gotta go.
Yeah, fuck that.
I also like Carlos Rivera from...
Hey, you bitch!
What? What'd I do?
Not you, Legion.
Oh.
Are you talking about Resident Evil?
Yeah, it's my favorite game series. Next to Mass Effect and Dragon Age, of course.
No, Jake, you didn't leave me alone.
And you activated Kevin.
How did I activate Kevin?
Don't leave me alone.
You'll see.
No.
I'll see you in hell.
We're all going to hell.
No.
We're gonna go lower than that submarine.
Kitty cat.
Oh my god.
No.
It's definitely an anime.
No, it's not an anime.
Come on. Just accept it.
I know that's not gonna buy me much, but take it. I don't want it.
It's just the wholesome bunny, isn't it?
Nutters! Nutters! Yay! I bought myself some time. Okay, here, I'll hook. Here, go ahead.
And Davenport, Iowa is currently thunderstorming like crazy. There's a tornado watch, and it's 72 degrees. I want to play outside.
Yeah, 72. I wish it was 72.
I'm
Right?
gonna go play outside.
No.
Yes.
Big Legion allowed me to live.
If you get struck by
I'm
lightning, I have no sympathy for you.
Yeah.
her an empty
I've
cup.
already been threatened to have my ass beat from Timbuktu and back by my best friend because I told her I was gonna go outside with a broom to fly from the tornado.
Right, you shouldn't do it with the broom, you should do it with the damn umbrella.
I don't look like Mary Poppins.
Fuck you! Oh my god!
No, you
Fuck
look
you,
like
Warthog! Roadhog! You fucking asshole! Hope you get syphilis.
God,
Do not ask me why that is the thing I always say. I hope people
That's the first time
but
I've
it
ever
is.
heard you say that.
Really?
Yeah, you've never said I hope you get syphilis before.
I've said that a lot of times, have I not, Kevin?
Yeah, you said it a lot.
I heard it.
Kevin knows that.
Hey, by the way, you're not streaming. You're not streaming the game. You only see a
Oh
loading.
shit! Whoops.
What would you ever do without me?
Fair. I totally forgot.
You'd probably be much
Crash and
much more
burn.
wholesome gaming experience.
He would crash and burn.
I would crash and burn, to be fair.
Lucy, Oracle reading or tarot
mean,
reading? I feel like using a deck. I don't know
mean,
which
you
to
already.
use.
No, I'm gonna be nice.
You haven't done Oracle in a while.
I'm gonna try to be wholesome.
Okay. Do you have a preference? I
I'll
have the
believe it when I
Sickle
see it.
Oracle. I have the Avalonian.
Okay, I'm going to do. Never
Avalon.
mind.
I have my
dealer's
mystical
choice.
shaman.
He finally spelled my name right!
One day I'll get my words out.
Oh, okay, I'll do it.
Congratulations.
I got an AI to spell my name correctly.
You gave me the nutters!
All right. As we continue live here,
You know what?
I would like to note that we do have a Patreon available. It is at patreon.com/DOTPatreon. Yes, that you did hear that right. Over on .patreon, if you become a $6 or $9 member, not only do you get the benefits that are already available, you will also be able to get a free tarot reading.
Okay, why
If
can I
you-
not find that goddamn book?
If you yes.
Finish first and then I'll say it. Sorry.
If you subscribe to the $6 tier, you'll get a free reading from from Sierra. Now, each time you subscribe, that monthly payment will go directly to her. If you subscribe to our top tier at $9 a month, you'll get the choice of either a reading from Sierra, from Lucy, or both.
Oh, that's fun.
And my tarot deck is an asshole. Mostly to me, but hey. Oh, but when I change my name officially, I'm thinking about going by Nikki.
Nikki?
Mhm.
I'm calling you Nikki Cross. It's because I like Nikki Cross in the WWE.
Dork.
I would date her if I could, but she's already married.
Did you get one of your toys?
No, Tony's
Hi,
asleep in the
my
room, so I
boy.
couldn't grab it.
Hi, my boy. Did you get one of your toys?
Okay, Mystical Shaman Oracle, let's see what you have to say.
I apparently, according to my friend Kristen, am attracted to people that are taken or are lesbian. I don't know why.
That's a call out.
Yeah.
Then again, I've been called out a bunch of times by no one important, Lucy, that I am very much attracted to to the socially distant people. So
I'm attracted to the ones I think I can fix, or are morally gray, or villains. I always prefer the villains over the heroes in most scenarios, because while the this is a sound on TikTok too, but I agree with it, and definitely relate to it. The hero would sacrifice you to save the many, but the villain would burn the whole world to save you.
No.
What's cute?
So no what? You see, you could have used that reasoning instead of, oh, you're old. Anything other people. You could have used that reasoning instead of, oh, sorry, Jay, you're 35.
I'm confused. The noise.
Oh my god.
oh, fuck off, goddamn deck. Okay.
Okay, why is he talking about his age?
I have no idea.
Let me try this again. You were talking about who you were attracted to. You clearly were not attracted to me because I was older. Then you explained what you were attracted to, and you could have used that explanation instead of, oh, you're just too old.
Well, you are.
Or I don't date black people. You and Kathleen, I swear.
I've dated black people. 2 times.
I thought you didn't like dating black people.
That's how I discovered I didn't like it. I just didn't find them as attractive. Like, they're not less of a person or not less of like a freaking awesome person. Just not my type.
I don't like you niggas.
I'm gonna come through the screen and slap the black off you.
Good luck.
But no, I wouldn't date someone that's 10 years older than me.
And even if I wasn't...
Which is weird, considering the fact that I find Reinhardt attractive. That one I don't really know.
Yeah! Riddle me that, Batman!
I can think. I am really.
I don't know, man.
Okay, I'm walking out of this conversation.
Yeah, that's fair.
I've been tuning it out this entire time, so I don't even know what they're talking about anymore.
Yeah, I figure you would be.
Jake, I need to bleach my eyes. They put Spirit in a bikini and they
People
put
tend to not
Huntress in
listen
a
to me
luau
anyway.
dress.
My point being is
Did you say
that...
something?
point proven.
Why did you have to remind me about those damn skins, Lucy?
Because she's sadistic.
It's on my screen.
Anyway. Forget all the words I said in the past 10 minutes.
Huh?
Exactly.
That's fucked up, Rin.
Wait, no, really? I forgot. My memory's fucked up, okay? It's not like I'm trying. Believe me, if I could, I'd remember shit. It's quite aggravating. Not just for you guys, but for me, too. Because most of the time I forget something someone told me like 5 minutes ago. I feel like I'm a horrible, trashed human being and deserve to be thrown into a volcano. I should talk to my therapist more.
Yes! Yes, you should.
Her schedule's just really packed. She's a high-demand therapist. I'm not seeing her again until, I think, August. I would switch to a therapist I could see more often, but I really like this.
Oh, it's spirit.
No! Fuck it, I'm throwing it. Fuck this shit. Fuck the spirit, man.
Stop riling the fucking rabbit up, you dickhead.
Fucking wannabe wraith. Wannabe banshee. I gotta sit here doing the fucking generator, goddamn.
Oh, it's
Watching
actually
your
a good
stream,
spirit
that's
too.
kind of oh.
Cool, thank you. Please kill me. Please. Please. Oh, it's the Warhammer Titan. Fuck yeah. At least that's a good skin to go out with. Fuck yeah. She said no. She's telling you no. Why is she telling you no, Jake?
She told me no, and I thought, okay, no, just don't get the generator. I said, okay, and I walked past the generator. Then you slapped me, and I'm like, what did you want, lady?
I'm gonna make her mad.
Alright, the Swatch Lodge. Taming the winds and the journey. You need to take time to think about what decisions you want to make in the near future.
What? Yeah, it's people lighting off fireworks.
Now? Never mind.
Yeah, we had one go off. I kid you not, I thought something hit the house yesterday. Went and made sure everybody was okay in the fucking house.
Yeah, we had some going off yesterday night in the neighborhood behind my apartment complex. I hate fireworks, it's my PTSD. And it was also pissing me off severely because it was freaking... When he's freaking out like that, I can't just pick him up to comfort him, because he's going to freak the fuck out more. Might get him hurt, might get me hurt. And there's not really much I can do to comfort him. And that pisses me off really badly. I almost called the cops. Which might have been a little overkill. But I was pissed. I didn't do it. I wish I had. It went on for like 2 hours. So they fucking ran out, hopefully. Only reason I'm probably not hearing it right now.
I gave you more of a chance.
I wanted to hit them with a freaking... I hope they blow a finger out.
You're the best, bestie.
I'm just like, no! Oh, and you've got Iron Grasp too. Fuck you. Wanna be Titan.
Let's sneak in a trip to the beach after this. I won't tell if you don't.
I made her mad.
If anybody asks.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Stay close. I can't hear you if you stray.
Of course someone would have to leave the damn queue.
Oh shit, Jake. Ooh.
So in sporting news today, the Los Angeles Angels was up 23-0 in the fourth inning.
She's probably gonna find me, but yep.
Was up
Just
how
worth a
much?
shot.
23-0.
Holy shit. At some point the what you said, Dodgers?
Los Angeles Angels.
Oh, the A's, okay.
No, not the A's, the Angels. I think that's a different team. The A's
Oh,
are-
you're right. They're the
Oakland
Athletics. Who's their opponent?
Colorado Rockies.
Okay. Wonder what a Rockies mascot would look like. Probably look like a Paramount Mountain.
Ooh, hey Lucy. The journey, mourning, and endurance.
Okay, listen, Linda.
Oh, and then the world tree.
Listen, Linda. We don't need that kind of call out. Where'd you put the remote? Daniel,
That's
go
the
ahead and
journey
turn
card.
something on
You
for
must go
Skype.
on a journey to find your.
Turn on a movie for Sky on Adam's tablet, please. What? I'm not picking you up.
Ladies and gentlemen, another announcement. Now coming this Monday at 8/7 Central on Patreon. I have edited together the Nick Marks, Tim the Tatman, Call of Duty, Glendale, California controversy, that whole situation. It will be available on Patreon this Monday, and it'll be available for free on YouTube and Rumble this coming Friday.
We should begin.
This is why your dad murdered you.
My mother trained half our team. I'll sign the rest of you up for lessons.
For the record, I'm playing Dead by Daylight Spirit.
White team, stick together. Let me take the hit.
Hi, Kitty.
Over here, Halo.
By the way, Lucy, I would like a selfie of you so I can include it in the Patreon tier.
Sure.
That and it helps me when I edit videos. And they're like, "Who's that
I'll
other
send you
person?"
one later.
Don't worry about it.
I'll send you one later.
Okay. So I'd rather not just get the standard silhouette of a person.
I mean, you can use
That would
my
just be mean.
Discord my Discord picture too. It's just a AI over selfie.
It's true. If you
can
could
also
send me-
include the bunny. Actually, no, don't, because I'm pretty sure
No, don't.
there's some copyright involved in that.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I'm pretty sure the Chinese don't care. I'm pretty sure they don't care, or they won't enforce. But they even enforce it. I don't know.
doubt it.
Let me find one, because I don't have a whole lot of selfies.
Well,
I don't like to
considering-
take them.
Well, you're not Korean, or you don't not saying to be Korean, so you're probably safe. Because the creator of the show is he went on a very anti-Korean rant a couple of years ago.
No, I don't like taking selfies because I have issues.
That got
I don't know how to explain it.
That was real specific right there.
Oh, it's I don't see when I look in the mirror, I don't believe that it's actually me. So it's the same thing when I take a selfie. I don't see that as me.
Oh, so body dysmorphia.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Sky just spilled ice water all over my leg. Thanks, Sky. Thanks.
Why'd she spill all over your leg?
Why not?
She knocked over my cup.
Womp womp.
Oh, they found the hatch? Oh, right as they close it. Oh, that is gold.
Oh, I'm so proud of my freaking Demigorgon hatch.
I think this Monday.
That's my best one.
I think this Monday I'm gonna play
Okay, Sky, you need to get down now. You need to get down now.
what's the game I got into?
What?
Final Fantasy 14.
I told you I'll do it before I
No.
go to bed.
Also, do you have a link to the Patreon somewhere on your Twitch page? I'm looking for it.
Oh shit! I forgot about that. Probably be a good idea if I did that. It's in the general chat. You can look it up that way.
Okay. Also, what
I
would you
think.
ever do without me pointing out the obvious?
Attraction, the Polestar,
You
the
wanna get
RAINN,
the
and Wings.
The world would
Fuck off.
implode. To be fair, Kevin is the balance in my life.
So, huh?
The balance, like
I don't know what you did to the Wildwood, Lucy, but you did.
they're just those friends that act that what is it? They put you back in your place.
No, I know what it's about. It's something with Freya, I think.
Keep me humble.
Or
Keeps me
fear.
humble.
No.
Okay, that one sounds better. The first attempt sounded terrible.
Oh no, I'm trying to do a reading with money, and it seems that it's like every other person but money.
The
I
Moon
will
on Water is a good one for Monty, or the Polestar.
I will
Yeah,
say,
that's what I'm like trying to get. I'm like, hey, Monty, can I get your attention? And I get everyone but money, and I'm like, okay, this is fine.
I will say, Lucy, that I saw the selfie and like, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but like, I don't see the problem.
It's just her brain.
Yeah, I know.
The brain.
Take it from someone
You
who
fucking turd.
take it from someone who's had his brain like overthink everything. I know.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
I had to fucking take an extra anxiety medication, extra pill of anti-anxiety medication yesterday because of the stabbings, the stabbing in College Station, and like me nearly getting crashed into.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was turning left to go home, and like the light had just started blinking yellow, the blinking yellow arrow, and like cars were coming by, and I was judging whether I should go after the one car passed, and apparently the guy behind me was too impatient and decided to go around me into oncoming traffic, and they were within, had they moved another 2 or 3 seconds more later, they would have crashed into the oncoming car. And I'm just like, oh my god. I couldn't get close enough to them as I was going home to get like a license plate, but like, damn, how impatient do you have to be that you're gonna willingly break a law just to get to your destination faster? Like, in what hurry do you have to be?
That's how I feel when driving from work. I'm like, oh god, why? Like, why are you in a rush? And then I pass them because they get stuck in a stoplight, and I'm like, so...
Or you could be like Kevin and just don't drive.
I actually had to drive to work. We had training this week, though. That's why I haven't been on the MS because I'm just dead tired out.
Whoa! Wait a second. You're telling me you actually drove?
Yeah, we actually had to be in the office. Man, I've been driving 2 days a week to the office.
I have to do it again. I had to issue that Fox News alert.
I feel like I'm getting insulted here somehow.
Dude, you're the one who told me you hated driving.
I do, but they're paying me, so I put up with that crap.
That's fair.
Also, I was one of the first people to agree. I think that...
I'm surprised you don't work from home, by the way.
They wanted us to start working back at the office 2 days a week. And I was actually one of the first people on the team to actually say, sure, why not? Because I got tired of staying at home for like 2 years.
I hate being at work by myself over that. It's why I developed autophobia.
What phobia?
Autophobia. It's the fear of being alone. Why do you think I want y'all in this chat every time I'm on the air?
Our star personalities.
I mean, that's one factor.
Me bringing hostess to the chat?
Huh?
Jake, you almost made me shit my pants, you son of a bitch.
Sense of humor, yeah.
My wholesome...
Fuck, Rune!
Rune, get your bitch.
Which one? Huntress.
I think it's the Baba Yaga one, too.
Nah, y'all can keep her.
I'll find out.
No, I got it. Come here,
It's
you
not.
spooky bitch.
It's not.
You like me on the stream because I bring the hostess to the chat and also telling you to turn on your camera or the stream, right, or your audio or something.
You're the one who's like, hey, I can't hear you. What do you mean? Oh, fuck.
Except the one time that because I had the my speakers off. Except that one time. That was funny.
And then I couldn't hear for a fucking hour. Not that I couldn't hear. There was one where I had no audio for a good solid hour. Or my single favorite time, where I had the best interview I've ever done with Aaron Dismuke. He is sitting at the jjlunfiltered con table, and we were talking to him, and it was a great 3 hour interview. And then we were playing Cards Against Humanity, and it was fucking awesome, and I had no fucking audio, and no one could tell me. And I was like, God damn it.
Because we were all there. Actually, what?
It was at the Hilton.
Yeah. I think back then I actually went to AccuCon back then, wasn't it?
Yes.
Or was it?
Yes, you did. You did. You were there the year that
He walked right past you.
No, yes, George R. Martin went right past me.
No, it was. I think it was Aaron Dismuke that walked right past you.
No, Aaron Dismuke talked with me. We
No,
had a good whole ass conversation.
No, but the first day he walked right past you the first day.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay.
And we were laughing. We were making fun of you so much for that.
I know. Then I had to go back to the hotel on Sunday. That Sunday, and I found Aaron Dismuke, and I was like, listen, Aaron, I know you didn't get many sleeps last night, but listen, none of the audio was heard. Like, none of it. Zero of that audio was heard. Can we do a quick interview? Something. And so we aired a 20-minute interview, and it's now like the 5th most watched clip on the channel.
Actually, isn't there some sort of way to, I thought you had something on the screen that would show the audio, is this some sort of audio mixer that you had on the screen, or maybe you didn't have it back then?
What do you mean?
Like, I thought you had like some sort of tool or app on your computer whenever you're streaming that actually shows you the audio levels or something. Or
yeah, I didn't have it at the time. That's probably half of why it didn't work. Live streaming then and live streaming now, two totally different animals. I have. I like to note that I have been making content for YouTube and various other platforms for what, since 2007. 2007. Like in 2007, I made my very first YouTube video.
They should actually they should actually put you into the partner program for that, or whatever YouTube has.
Jake, she's opening the door.
They'll put me in a partner
Opening
program.
the door.
They'll put me in a partner program when I have like 500 subscribers. Yes, they lowered it. Or when then when I have either, I think it's like 3,000 watch hours or 3 million shorts views. I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna get 3 million shorts views?
So what you're saying is I should actually watch your stream on YouTube.
Yes.
Not Twitch.
I mean, you can watch it on Twitch. I can easily get to affiliate or partner. Let's be honest, I'm not gonna get to partner.
I think that you have to do yeah, you're gonna have to.
There would have to be a massive raid on the channel.
No, I mean, like, you also have to do a lot of like the what you call it, the stickers or whatever, the stickers or whatever you call those.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't mind doing that.
You gotta have if you ever become big, you gotta create a bunny. You gotta create a bunny.
I'm gonna leave that one to you. Should make a $12 tier on Patreon and call it the Unwholesome Anime Bunny. I mean, you're a cool guy, Kevin. What did I say?
That's my reaction. That's my response.
You with what is it? South Korea?
That's actually North Korea.
Oh.
South Korea is the one with the U.S. style army helmets. Oh no! Did I tell you that the
Oh my god.
The creator of the show actually had some racist, anti-Korean racist moments.
Yeah.
I mean, the depiction of the Koreans, I think, is apparently it's sort of a slur. It's just that is a slur.
When you're 2.5 miles underwater and your captain's Xbox control runs out of batteries. Oh no! Oh, no, 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 no.
That's the wrong meme. Oh, by the way, check out the Prime gaming page because you get 5 free levels if you claim it.
True. My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion has received 7.8 million streams on Spotify and enters the Billboard Top 100 at number 12. No!
Are you looking at the memes I posted?
Hey, are you? Hey Jay, are you still in the game? Are you in the match right now?
Oh, it's
better be a custom.
Yeah, it's a custom. It's a 500.
Okay,
it's a 500%.
I'll be like, what the hell are you doing?
Right.
Throwing. Well, not. So they're a bit of a fake Sync 182 song when you talk about his stupid stepdad drowning on a submarine. We are all going to hell for laughing at them, aren't we?
Oh god, yeah.
No. I don't. I honestly do not think we should. Honestly.
We should not be laughing at them, or we should not be going to hell.
We shouldn't be going to hell. We definitely. I'm sorry, but this is a fuck around and find out situation.
No, this is more of a you're a dumbass situation.
Huh?
That's like.
You're
Those guys are idiots. But they're idiots.
But are you reading the ones I put in the meme channel?
In general, or no, not yeah, the meme channel. Yes.
I'm pretty sure that meme channel is the. No, actually, that wasn't you who posted that one. Let me see.
I'm glad y'all are actually using the meme channel, but yes,
I mean, which is the?
I found a lot of fucked up memes. My favorite one is the Spirit of Halloween one.
Also, this is where I bless your chat with the wholesome bunny.
Cookie, just because it sounds like food does not mean it's for you. You fat bunny.
I like to note that whenever people use the Big Chungus meme, they realize that they're using that from a 1938 Looney Tunes short.
What meme? The Big
Chungus. I don't know what that is.
Bugs Bunny looking kind of fat.
Yeah, that's wait. It's been that long. It was that long ago.
Mm-hmm. The context was it was a 1938 Looney Tunes cartoon where you first see Elmer Fudd, but he's not the hunter. He's just like he's looking for gold, and the animators like made Bugs Bunny imitate him. Like, I'm gonna find a whole lot of gold. Fully. But he did it to where it looks like him, and so yeah. Y'all are using a meme from a cartoon that was made, what, nearly 100 years ago. Because I can bet you no one else would know what the context of Big Chungus is.
I'm back.
Occupying the objective. Extra support.
Oh, you're playing Battlefront. Okay, I was wondering why I heard.
Look at this team. We're gonna do great.
Hey, that's my line.
It sounds better when I say it.
Nice, hi.
I was dealing with a very overdramatic toddler.
Mm.
I had to go find a sippy cup.
All right, folks,
What's
that's it.
happening?
Go ahead, Jay.
All right, folks, that's it for me. I will see you Monday. I will not see you tomorrow night because tomorrow night I'll be watching AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling's Forbidden Door pay-per-view.